I am here with the legendary Super Saiyan, the one and only Broly Yang.
He's in the building. Don't kill them.
Yeah, man.
And of course, we out here on Do Something Podcast via our social media platforms. Shout out to you guys. But also shout out to our special guest for tonight. What is your name?
My name is Opal, aka I'm your fascination. I'm strong. Look at this. Hold up. Yeah.
Those muscles are so fascinating.
You have muscles.
Yeah.
You have muscles.
It's fascinating.
Muscles.
And I am also here with
Hello.
Palu.
What's going on with you guys, man? How's everything?
And shout outs to the dopest cameraman in the game, man. Please give him a clap. Shot in the building, man. Yes, the best cameraman in the game.
My guy Ty.
The one and only. Oh, you say that again, bro?
I said the Angle Man, aka your auntie's favorite nephew.
Let's go.
The Angle Man, I love that.
Look like somebody's more favorite nephew. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, talking about being somebody's favorite nephew, man. He sounds very confident about being somebody's favorite nephew, man.
That's because he probably is.
Yeah.
He get 2 plates at the cookout. He get to leave with 2 plates at the cookout. And everybody got to leave with 1, put in that 4 paper. He gets 2 because he's a favorite.
And they sent me one on the back door.
Snuck one by else. He got 3.
So let's talk about it,
He
man.
probably get the menu before the cookout. And then he gets the VIP experience. He gets the food before the food goes out to everybody else. That's how.
Get the first chicken off the grill.
Exactly.
Chicken off the grill.
Exactly.
That's real.
Yeah, but what we was talking about before? We had a little talk about.
Oh yeah. What? Let's talk about Opal's story first of all. With her friend. Yeah, come on. We gotta continue.
I can warm it up because I remember.
We should start from the origin because I forgot where the origin.
Okay,
was.
the origin was there's a friend of hers, cool guy, great guy, bought her a Louis bag and she friend zoned him. And yeah.
Let her explain her story.
Yeah,
and then we will.
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, there's not a huge story, and we're cool to this day. Like
to this day,
we are still friends. At the time that I met him, it was 2 weeks before my birthday. It was last year, and I told everybody we were doing it was still COVID, so we were doing a virtual live, and I was like, "It's my birthday coming up," and on my birthday, he gifts me a nice bag.
A Louis bag, right?
Shout out to Danny who just donated $5.
Oh, salute that.
Shout out to Danny.
Salute that.
Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support.
Appreciate
keep
you.
up the good work.
Thank you, brother.
Okay, so I think the fans want to know it was a Louis bag. Are we correct?
Was it real?
It is real.
Real bag. Okay. And I think the fans want to know, did he get a sample of the product after?
He did not get to sample the product because we set the premise. The premise that we friends.
So friend zoned a Louis bag guy.
Well, I didn't know
that should be a rapper
one.
name. Friend zoned a Louis bag.
I didn't know that I was gonna get one.
If he was being a good friend, I guess that's what he was being, right?
Yeah, if you're giving someone something genuine from your heart, then you shouldn't expect anything back.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm Nigerian. I know all the top scammers, and everybody who buys a Louis bag for girls, it's not a gift. It's it's an introduction. It's hey, I want to show you that this is a Louis bag, and I'm hoping that we can take this to another level. They're not looking to get friends on.
I'll just be honest in this situation. I don't believe you. I believe that he might have gotten you the bag, but I'm pretty sure that he got some other things as well. And
No,
if he did not, then my guy was a fool, or I just don't believe you.
Why would you not believe me? You think I'm a liar?
No, because I just know how expensive those things cost, and a lot of times people don't invest that type of money unless there's other options on the table.
Or maybe he can afford it, and he was deciding to be nice because it was my birthday.
Yes.
And he just met you X amount of weeks ago.
At the time, yes.
Man, I just happen to know all the great drug dealers and scammers, and that's not protocol.
It happened. Well, I didn't know what happened to me, but it happens. I'm sure it happens.
What did you get on for his birthday? Damn. It's so not bad. How bad Michael Jackson bad?
Such a good
So
friend.
you know what do guys want? Socks, candles. What do y'all want?
That guy sounded like he was a really good friend for you. So you should ask him what he wants because he came to your aid when it was time for you to.
Well, I didn't need aid. I already had a bag.
Oh, so now you don't appreciate.
I do appreciate it.
Now you don't appreciate what he has done for you. You throwing it to the bag now. It doesn't even matter anymore.
I do
because you don't need the bag. You know what I mean? Even though it probably costs like $2,500 or so.
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
That's a lot of bread, though.
It's like my.
I know. I have friends who get gifts from dudes that they don't know from the internet.
And those dudes from the internet are trying to establish some level of.
But they don't even get there. So they just they're generally giving things without expecting anything in return.
So I just want to ask this question. Oh yeah. Do you honestly, like, truly within your heart felt like when he got you that stuff, he didn't his true intentions was not to like get anything back from you?
Yes. Before he showed me the box, he told me that I was a really good person and he felt that, I deserved this back.
How old is he?
He's in his 40s.
Oh, okay.
Sugar daddy.
He probably couldn't perform anymore. That's okay.
Hey, how would you know you're a really good person in 2 weeks? You can't do a credit check in 2 weeks. Background checks take a month.
Well, yeah. I listened to him. I actively listened to whatever he was going on at the moment.
You think it's a separate product.
It's all right, like that.
Even in the movies.
Hopefully he has learned his lesson.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I think he is fine.
Interesting.
I think he's just fine.
He's still friends, so
we are still
so
friends.
Hopefully she sends him this lie so he can learn that you don't do things like that unless you're about to do some type of investment with time and interest.
If he does see this live, I just want to say you're an amazing person.
You're an amazing guy.
We are.
She didn't rat you out, bro.
I would never rat him out because he's a very sweet man.
Hey, so let me ask this question though. Since he's a sweet guy, right? Mm-hmm. Let's say he's going through some financial issues, right? The recession's hitting, the money's slowing down. He said, "Fuck, man, I need $2,000," and he hits you up like, "Hey, remember that Louis bag? Can we hack it? Can we, I got this friend who's going to take it off the back for $1,000. I looked out for you." And he's going through this motion. He's like, "Yo, the bills are hard. I'm sleep on the street. I've been a good friend. You tell me I'm a good friend, and that Louis bag, if we could just resell it on eBay, it would be the greatest thing in the world." Yeah. What do you say?
Absolutely not. A gift is a gift. See, now this makes me think about how my ex did some Indian giving shit. He gave me a diamond necklace, and when I broke up with him, he took that shit back.
How much was the necklace?
And then I gave it back to him. I was like, okay. He was like, if you can't wear it, I don't want anybody to wear it. I hope he doesn't see this.
Was the VVS like real diamond? Like everything was bling.
I mean, it was some cute little diamonds on the necklace.
So when you say you broke up, okay, so you guys broke up. It was an argument?
No, I broke up with him.
You broke up with him, so you can't get his diamonds back.
I did give it back.
I know, but why did you? That's not an Indian giver.
He gave it to me as a gift, and then he took it back.
When I end my lease, I have to give my keys back. And I said, "James, you're such a great person. Keep the keys." I say, "No, I give it back."
So this friend that bought you, I gotta get back to him, man. Because he's a good friend. I want him to be my friend too. Maybe he would just buy me something.
Baby.
He's just like what friends do.
No.
We're looking for sponsors.
This is my brother right here. I never actually bought it. We gotta do better as friends, bro. You gotta get me a Louis bag, bro. Come on. Louis book bag. Yeah, Louis book bag, bro. So since he got you that, would you do that for him?
Buy him a Louis bag?
Yeah, or something something that costs as much as that Louis bag.
She said socks, She says guys love socks.
She's trying to play the fact that guys want anything.
No, I mean, I know every guy is different, and then I think about the love languages. Like, okay, does he like quality time? Does he like, words of affirmation like, "Ooh, Daddy, you sexy."
Birthday.
I mean, I wouldn't tell my friend that, but
it's his birthday.
Yeah, whatever his love language is, we'll give the one that's
birthday.
the friendship
the
version.
the
The friendship version of that love language. Quality time. Let's go to dinner.
Y'all friends,
and I'll pay.
Love language on his birthday, and y'all friends.
Friends have love languages.
No, I'm just saying, you're gonna give him some love language on his birthday.
In a friendship manner, yes.
In a friendship manner,
to equal out how he gave you a Louis bag on
it doesn't have to be equal, because then it's the connections and relationships with friends and people shouldn't be transactional.
So you shouldn't get him anything for his birthday.
I mean, you should, but it doesn't have to equal to a Lily bag.
It could be something that's worth something, is what I'm saying.
Exactly. And it doesn't even have to be as expensive as a Louis bag.
Why not? Why not? Why can't it be more expensive than a Louis bag?
Bing, bing, bing.
Because
bing, bing.
What we were talking about earlier about these Beyonce tickets, Beyonce coming out with them tickets. So I mean,
so you'd rather spend your money on that for yourself, is what you're saying?
Huh?
So you'd rather spend that money on yourself?
We got a budget. Some for Beyonce, some for all my friends. But see, I got a lot of friends, so I gotta spread it out.
Okay, I'm just trying to understand.
Was that?
Well, have y'all been gifted some, what was the most expensive gifts y'all been gifted?
Oh man, a young lady gave me $10,000 before.
And see, now that's when you said you thought I was lying. Now I think you lying.
He broke her back.
Yeah. Whether I did that or not, she did that for her own purposes, and she wanted to make me feel special at that time, and I definitely did. Okay. And I definitely made sure I try to reciprocate that energy in many ways.
In $10,000 worth of it.
Yeah, whatever. At that time we was together, whatever she felt as if, whatever I knew made her happy, I would have done for her as well. At that time, she thought that I would be happy being gifted 10 Baileys, because I was starting a little business, and she was like, you know what, I'm gonna help you out with something.
See, that's beautiful.
That is beautiful.
That is beautiful.
And it seems like he understands how to reciprocate.
And she funded something towards your purpose.
Yes, like we're working together. Yes.
Yeah, I work with that.
Yes. So that's why I find it very confusing that you wouldn't step past your own pride or ego to do something for someone else that could be even more expensive than an experience.
I never said that I wouldn't.
You blatantly was denying the fact that you would.
But I never said I wouldn't. It just depends. You gotta see, what does that person value, because that person may not value monetary things from other people. They may just want to
everybody around the world, and especially in America, like presents on their birthday, or like that holiday that's called Christmas. These are like very.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you, Broly. On my birthday, I just wanted to spend time with my friends, and that's literally what I did.
So let me ask you a question: are you not extra happy when one of your friends give you a little box with some ribbons and shit on it, say happy birthday?
I mean, it's thoughtful, but
that's not what I asked you.
You said, "Am I extra happy?"
Yes, that's what I asked you.
No, I'm not. So
you wasn't extra happy when he gave you that Louis bag?
I mean, I was happy, but it wasn't it wasn't like, oh my God, wow. I was happy, but gift giving for me is not when I go back to the love language, it's not like my love language. My love language is quality time.
Quality time with the Louis, baby.
No, I think that's where her friend fucked up. Oh yeah, I think that's where her friend fucked up. Because it goes back to what we were kind of talking about yesterday. What does the person value about you? They value. Some guys think she could value money, and it's not that. that's an example right there.
And then when it fails, he said, "Oh, I just want to be friends anyway." While he's at home crying.
Because I honestly feel like your friend was trying to win you with his money. I honestly felt that way.
I don't think so.
Well, I just that's what I think, though. I'm not saying it's a fact.
But you know what? Maybe he could have feelings. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. See, we have to definitely be open our eyes and be aware of how we treat people and what we do to people, because this is another way that your confidence could be attacked and destroyed or diminished in many ways, because you have made an action and expected some type of response or reaction that would possibly be something near or close how you felt. But if that's not reciprocated, sometimes you may feel hurt, and at that time that might discourage you from even doing that again. Being vulnerable when you have another moment to establish or share this type of energy. Now you're like, you know what, I'm gonna just be to myself. I'm going to be I'm going to stay introverted because I'm scared of being hurt.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't reject the person.
No, he's not talking about you, actually.
But some people may feel that way.
Hey, but let me talk about something you said that I think women use as an excuse. I don't know what to get a guy. It's hard to shop for a guy. I think that's one of the biggest hacks ever that women use. Guys have everything. Guys are so hard to shop for, because when they get you socks, they get to lie about it being hard for them to shop for you. So I had to get you these socks.
Nah, that's an excuse.
Honestly, bro, I think that in these relationships, there just needs to be a little bit more communication for there to be an understanding of what is wanted and needed from each of these people, so that it won't be a step that's overtaken. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm with a girl, my birthday's coming up in a few months, she's not asking about it, seems like she don't care, I might bring it up. Especially if I gave her or showed her a grand experience for her birthday. It's like, all right, cool. My birthday's coming up. I want to do this. I want to do that for myself. Just throwing it out there, see where her head is at. And when she does ask, if she does ask, then I'll let her know, like, this is what I want. And if I can't get this, these are a list of things that I would like.
You gotta be intentional now. If you're not intentional, they're just
and if you don't want anything, that's okay too.
That's okay too.
But it's important to listen to the person. You gotta be attentive to what the person is into, the things that they like, their dislikes. So when those special occasions do come around, you treat that person and you're genuine with it. So, there are some people who really legitimately do not know what to do and not know what to give people. But that's probably because they're not being attentive and listeing to what that person, who that person is, and paying attention to their likes and stuff like that.
I give an example. My boys, his girl got him a watch kit where he could put watches. He didn't even know he needed one. Set up those watches and used to put them on the counter. And one day she got a box of I can't remember what it's called. Yeah. She put your watches in. It was like $40. But he loved it. He's like, damn, you're paying attention to me. When you could get me something I don't know I need, you get a grade A. Yeah. Because we're walking around, we don't know what we need. But if you're around and you're like, damn, man, I'd be grateful. And he's gonna appreciate it. You don't care what it costs. He just knew that he just found out right now that he needed this thing. So, getting attentive women is fire. So that excuse for the ladies saying, oh, I don't know what to get them. Like, pay attention. Pay attention.
Listen. I like it.
Yeah. So what's the next topic? What they talking about over there?
I'm gonna read some comments. Some people love your energy, by the way, Opal.
Don't read that last one.
Please, dear.
Shorty, the pod was a great idea, Shorty. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
That's funny.
You had a list of them.
I mean, we had a whole in-depth discussion about Beyonce tickets, and I know this is a dude's channel.
All right, go ahead, talk about the Beyonce.
But it's Valentine's Day is rolling around. I know y'all dudes are out here. Some of y'all may have women, whatever. You may be courting some women, but it's Valentine's Day. It's tax season. It's Beyonce season. Y'all need to figure out what y'all gonna do. You don't want to make these women mad now.
Follow your purpose.
It's actually Black History Month.
It's also Black History Month as
well. Before you forget about that, because of Beyonce and all these other things.
It's like Black History Month, Beyonce. this is where niggas at. It's the Black History Month, Beyonce. Like, this is where like Black community is right now on social media.
That's where the problem.
That is the problem.
That's where the problem. That's where the problems lie. And Beyonce is dope. I love her too, but you know that's
she is a good strategist though. Like whatever when did she drop that picture on the horse? Was it yesterday or the day before yesterday?
We're not beehives, but we respect it, but we're not beehives, so we don't know.
I'm not beehive either, but it came out. It definitely probably came out right at the top of Black History Month.
Oh, facts.
There's always something though. Like even during Juneteenth, there's always like some type of distraction.
Well, yeah,
so it's crazy.
Marketing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She gonna get your tax dollars.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I tell the fellas this though. I'll be honest with you, man. It's a recession. Save your paper, man. Your girl want to see Beyonce. Them tickets start, at least in DC, they start at 800. 850 was the lowest I saw. I saw some available for 11,000. Let the scammers get it for her. My brother. She got that side ninja that been buying her lunch. It's his turn to step up.
Not the work babe.
You fall back. She been calling this dude her work husband.
Her work husband.
For the last 9 months.
Mm-hmm.
Time for him to step up.
So
yeah, I kind of disagree with that. Mm-hmm. Don't let any other man step up in your place. Period. Ever. Especially as a man with your woman, you let another man step up in your place. Even if it's something that you can't do, you make her think you can do it and you don't feel like doing it at that moment. So let's pay somebody else to get it done so y'all can go on vacation or do something nice for yourselves.
So how you do it? So what's the strategy?
Look at her experience with that.
You know, y'all don't judge me, y'all, but I have already.
She's like, oh yeah.
No, because I have another story. Because I really did. When I told y'all I saw Beyonce already, I did get to be in the Bayhive section, but I didn't pay for the ticket.
You paid for how you got there?
The friend zone guy.
No, it was a guy. It was when I first moved here, and I didn't know anybody. Apparently, he bought the tickets for his girl. They broke up, so then he was just like, "Hey, do you want to go see Beyonce?" And I was like, I don't know. I really don't like Beyonce like that. Then I had some cancellations, so I hit him up. I was like, "Hey, are you still gonna go see Beyonce?" He was like, "Yeah, I still got this ticket." So I was like, "All right, cool." And so he paid for my Uber to go from DC to Baltimore, and then we were in the Bayhive section with Beyonce. I almost touched the hem of Beyonce's skirt, and then the Beehive just came and just swarmed me like that. So I was, I was this close. Yeah, I have video of it. I have the whole entire video of me being near to Beyonce.
So those tickets at least $5,000.
At that time, that was like an $800 ticket.
Oh, at that time she was a popular.
Yo, listen, man, the guy he don't sound as bad as the first guy. You know what I mean? If that was the true story.
It is a true story. Why you think I'm fibbing? It is a true story.
Why waste his money? I'll take shit. I got these tickets here, man. What's up? You feel me? We out. Like, let's go have a new experience and have some fun. I can't blame him for that. Kudos to that guy.
Yeah, I would have made you take the MARC train though for $13 instead of that $120 Uber. But
well, I mean, if he could afford it, I mean, I was new. It was nice. It was nice.
The least you could have done though was pay for your own ride to get there.
Well, he was offering, and I was
to help
good,
save him
good
some
company.
money though. You know,
I was good company. He was also in his 40s.
So whoa, the master of the 40s. What's going on here? So let me ask you a question though. Right, you was great company. What made you good company?
Because he didn't have to go see Beyonce alone.
That's not making you good company.
Yes, because I'm fun. Duh. Yeah, we're Beyonce.
Okay, so check this out, though, right? What time did the concert end?
Now, this was like 8, 6, 7 years ago. It was
nighttime?
Yeah, it was nighttime.
So did you go back to DC or did you guys hang out after?
Yeah, he paid for my Uber to go back to DC.
Yep. After they had some fun.
At the Beyonce concert in the Beehive section.
Who said that?
It was after the concert, straight away. That's what she's saying.
After the concert, I went back home.
So slow down though. So the concert ends. You say, hey man, we're in Baltimore. Baltimore's a sexy city, right? At the Inner Harbor. Oh yeah, you know, downtownish. You can find some bars. I know the hood's around, but I'm saying, it's like, hey man, I just met you. I want to further this friendship. Let's go to this bar over here real quick, and let's just talk about this experience we both shared.
Nah, I didn't want to do that. I was tired, and so I went back.
Life is great.
Did that relationship going any further from that day?
Nah, we were just cool. I don't know where he is now, but we were cool at the time.
That's cool. It's not that bad though. I felt like he needed somebody. He needed company.
Yeah, we had talked about, you know, what happened with his girl, and you know, I was just like, yeah, sure, I'll go with you. I wouldn't want you to go alone to go see Beyonce.
And I think after that, he most likely smashed.
He did not smash.
He
did not taste any product. What is up with you guys? No, he did not taste any product.
It's two guys. None of them taste the product.
Why can't men just genuinely give gifts and not expect anything back?
I'm not saying anything wrong with that, but
I don't think there's wrong with it either.
Every story, I just hear the man giving the gift. I never hear any type of reciprocation. Like, yo, I did something that was very special. But
I wasn't dating them. I mean, they weren't they weren't people I were dating. If I was dating
they still were so
yeah,
nice,
and I'm very grateful for them.
So you didn't consider that a date going there?
No.
Because there's 2 concerts, 2 tickets next to each other. It was like an experience, right?
It was definitely not a date, but it was a great experience.
I'm waiting for you. It was amazing. It sounds like your love language is gifts.
It is not. My love language is quality time, followed by acts of service.
So why don't they get the product? Taste the product, quality time.
No.
They didn't give you enough quality time?
She went home.
Yeah. I'm saying that she said her love language is quality time. So I'm guessing those guys didn't give you quality time.
How could he when she went back on the Uber?
No, I'm saying though, they did have time. Before that, those things that they did for her wasn't quality time.
Oh, so you know what? That's a great question. So what is quality time to you? Since Beyonce concert isn't quality time. What is quality time?
I didn't say Beyonce concert wasn't quality time. He just said it seems like gift giving is like, you know, at the top of the list. And I said, no, quality time is.
Exactly.
But
so
then
Beyonce tickets, if the Beyonce concert is a quality time, because you're attracted to quality time. So what is quality time to you?
Quality time is any time either like uninterrupted or you're spending time with someone and it's like 100%. You get to know them, whether you're hanging out inside, outside, talking on the phone, whatever. That's how that person is spending time and energy on you.
So the Beyonce experience with Dude, was that a quality? Would you consider that a quality time?
It was cool.
That's not what he asked you.
Yes, it was. But I mean, we're thinking. but when we think about the intent, my intent, you know, in a new city, I just wanted to make friends with people because I didn't know anybody. I only knew one person. But yes, it was quality time. Okay. So my intent was to go to the concert with my new friend to see Beyonce.
Why you giving it that? Why you have to say that if that was the question?
I just have to make it clear.
You have to like prove this type of like this debate or so. It's not a debate. We just actually
because P talking about some. Did you taste the product? Yeah. Did you see him taste the product?
No, Washington Jack City. Everybody tastes the product.
I feel like you're guilty.
I'm not guilty.
She said, "Hey, did you repeat what she said? She said, new friend." But she said, "I never see him again." What's the
I didn't say I didn't see again. I said I don't know where he is now.
You know what? I know where my friends are now because I like my friends. I have cool friends, and any friend who takes me out, I'm gonna know where you're at. I'm gonna stay in touch because you don't have to take me out. So if you take me out and I have experience, you're gonna be a friend that I remember.
So I don't think that you could compare them because women are very different. They have experiences. They have experiences where they meet men, and it's a lot easier. Or It's just a different experience.
Yeah, their detached game is crazy.
You know what I mean? So
their detached game is crazy.
It's not that the detached game is crazy. I wouldn't say that either because a lot of times they have a lot of big explosion when it comes to the emotional experience. So they obviously haven't detached from that moment. It still happens. It's still, even though it happened 2 years ago, it's still happening in their brain at that time because of their emotional attachment. So that's why I would disagree with that, at least. But I don't know. What would you say? You're a lady.
What was the question?
She detached.
I was like,
yeah, she was a little mesmerized by the Brolin.
I mean, I was just listening. I was like, damn, this
by
dude
the
is
Brolin
deep.
name.
He's so deep. Whoa.
That's what she said. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, crazy.
Got me dying, though. Yo, next topic. Let's talk about.
You handled that one good though.
Let's talk about something that's very positive and beautiful for people to help them change their lives and their self.
You guys want to stick to the building confidence?
I see someone ask about self-abuse.
Self-abuse?
Yes, because I think that a lot of people abuse themselves a lot, and sometimes we do it so much that we are not even aware when we're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a point where you think it's pleasurable, and you're actually harming yourself. For example, like food.
Yep.
Food. People abuse food all the time, man. I see it all the time.
Yeah.
You go to other countries though, and at least for me, my experiences, I've went to other countries like, for example, Thailand, and you see almost everyone in shape. The poor, the rich, the old, everyone. And you go to a country like my country, Jamaica. You see the poor people big. They eat so good. You know what I mean? And then
Jamaican food is pretty good.
Jamaican food is good. It is very good. But then you see that fluctuation with weight going up and down with age. So it's just very interesting to watch, especially in America, because mostly a lot of people in America are all overweight and all unhealthy. So it's just interesting, abuse, self abuse. What do you guys think about it?
For me, when I think of self-abuse, and I don't know for you guys, but I know just everyone in some little way, like self-abuse is also like saying negative things or thinking negative things about yourself.
Fair enough.
I may have homegirls or friends like, oh, I really don't like this, or, just like, and you just keep saying that. So, you gotta learn how to flip that and really talk positively to yourself, because that is self-abuse, is talking negatively about yourself, and then you kind of hone on it, and that weighs down on your self-esteem. So and that also ties into building confidence. So that's what I think about self-abuse. So just one of the ways. Thank you. That's one of the ways, like along with food, because food is really easy. Like I think we all have abused food at some point. And then for my definition is also talking negative things to yourself. What you think?
Yeah, you guys covered two main things: food. I think you could add. I think you could use video games. To be honest, if you got something to do, if you have something to do, and you have something to do, and you about to game for 12 hours straight, that's self abuse, because you know that you gotta get this shit done. When you gotta get shit done, you gotta drop the controllers, homie. Because a lot of people ask, man, I want to get there, man, I want to do this. How y'all do this? And the truth is, you think I don't want to game for 20 hours a day? But the truth is, you're gonna have to drop that controller, and you're gonna have to get busy on what you got to do in life, your purpose in life. Take that test you're supposed to take, get that certification, learn that new skill, everything you need to do to have more skills, because skills pay the bills. So, I got to a point too where, like, when I was using video games, I had to take the system and put it in my little brother's place. Like, I took it out my house and put it in his house, because I didn't want to abuse it, because I used to play 2K and I ain't like losing. So if I lose, I'm like, oh, I gotta get better. And then I'm playing people online, playing friends online. Man, I want to win. And the only way to win is to constantly play and get better. And then, before you know it, you look up, you haven't done nothing. So, that could be self-abuse too, man. Just overdoing things that don't provide no forward movement, no forward progress. So, yeah.
Unless, now I agree with that.
Unless you get paid.
Exactly. Unless if you're getting paid.
Yeah.
I have a homegirl who be playing video games all day, but she get.
But that means you're getting stuff done.
Yeah.
If you're getting paid, it's paying bills, and that's progress.
Yeah. When I think about self-abuse, man, I think it's like, think of like just a diet of life, like in general. Like, yeah, man, who are you hanging out with? Your friends? Who are you in a relationship with? Are they abusing you? They don't have to touch you or hit you to abuse you. You could just be stressed out. You're in a relationship, you're always fucking stressed out. Yeah. The friends you're with are always stressing you out. The family you're with is always stressing you out. Yeah, I think of stress when I think of self abuse. If you're taking if you're always smoking cigarettes and you know, shit, man, you about to hit like that fucking throat cancer, whatever. Yeah, you're about to die off this shit, and you can't stop taking it. So it's just stress, bro. So I think it comes down to your control. You know, how can you control the situation you're in? Whether it's, can you stop smoking if you needed to stop smoking fucking cigarettes, or if you're out of shape, can you stop eating pizza and stop going to McDonald's? Um, there's a guy that wanted me to train him. Uh, I'm not gonna say his name, but this guy cannot stop eating, bro. Like he just can't. And he's like, yo, he might need me to just call him sometimes to like tell him to stop eating. And he got a long way to go, man. But I feel like if you could find a way to just control the situation you're in, um, you will get better with self abuse. What do you guys think?
Sometimes people like that, like they're in that cycle. It's like a never ending cycle. They really need someone to actively pull them out of that. And I'm wondering if that person really just needs you to actively, it takes a lot of energy, I'm sure, because you want people to eventually go on their own, you know what I mean? But I think in the beginning stages, for a situation like that, and even for any other situation, you gotta, they need someone else to kind of pull them out of that never ending cycle, because they just don't know how.
Yeah.
And they could be, like he's obviously saying like, yo, I need help.
Yeah.
And at least he's defining
Yeah.
the help that he needs, which is good. Like that acknowledging it alone is a big step, because there are some people who are just have no self-awareness that they are abusing themselves.
Yeah.
So that's what I think on that part.
Have you guys ever experienced any type of self abuse?
Absolutely, bro. For many years, I would abuse myself and not understand it by smoking weed. Because I might like the feeling externally, but internally, my lungs is not liking that experience. So you have to learn how to balance oneself, to balance your mind, to be able to control the emotional energy that's surging through your body. Because that's why a lot of people smoke. It's not that they're stressed out, or it's the, after a while, it's the addiction of smoking. You actually enjoy it. It's a habit now. So you have to fight that when that habit is coming up. You know what I mean? So how do you fight it? Many people have different ways. They'll do these nicotine patches, or they'll try to find help and all that type of stuff. And all that stuff is good, but you have to do it yourself. Even when you find help and you figured out a path to go on, if you don't take the initiative to get it done, you will. It's inevitable. You're only going to go backwards. You're never going to actually move forward if you don't take that step to move forward. But what helps you take that step to move forward? Understanding the love that you have for yourself.
Amen.
That's the biggest way to get out of self-abuse. You have to learn to love yourself. Love yourself in a way that you don't have to abuse yourself, because only hurt people going around hurting other people. So you have to work on a frequency of energy that's higher than hate. So that would be love. You have to learn to love yourself, and then you'll be able to move differently. You'll probably work out more. You'll probably eat differently. You'll probably just the way that you treat yourself will be totally different as far as what you put in your body and how you treat it on the external plane. So, look in that mirror, talk to yourself every single day. Look inside, as Ben would say, close your eyes as well, and accept all of the thoughts that you receive and learn how to live with those without feeling as if the world is going to explode. It's okay to get older. It's okay. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing to get wiser. For me, I'm getting stronger. I look more beautiful with every day that I age. And I've accepted that. A lot of people are scared of death. So, they're like, when I get to a certain age and they already understand that their health is already going down, my knees, my joints, my ligaments, yet you're aging and you're just not working on that. You have this problem at whatever age you are. So what's going to happen in 10 years? What's going to happen in 20 years? Someone is going to have to be next to you trying to help you out, even when you're upset, even when you're on the most snowy, rainiest days outside. They have to be there now with you, and they might not even like you. Why? If you love yourself, why put yourself in that position? Do something about it. Work out. Eat right.
The time is now. And
Eat
just
right.
remember, it's never too
Love
late.
yourself.
It's never too late to start on.
Just remind me, guys. I want to touch on that after we talk about this self-esteem. I want to talk about loving yourself. I want to talk about because that's under building confidence. So Opal, have you ever experienced where your self-esteem? Where you abuse yourself, where you were abusing yourself?
Well, actually, what I brought up because, I used to say little, not it's not huge negative things like I'm not good enough or anything, but just it could be just little things. I can't really think of examples, but just little day-to-day things like, oh gosh, this bad thing happened, maybe I'm gonna have a bad day or whatever, and just learning how to reframe my mind. I think one of the things for me is I think a lot. I always I'm a planner at heart, so I like to think about possibilities and stuff like that, but my thinking just stops me from being in the moment, and that causes more stress because I'm thinking about, all right, if this happens, I'm gonna do this. If that happens, I'm gonna do that. And for me, even though I'm such a planner, I can't plan life. I can only just work on me. I can't control the environment around me. I can only control my emotions and how I respond to the environment. So that's one of the things that, I used to, struggle with. And I still think a lot these days, but I got to sit back and I tell myself, all right, you can't control what everybody else does, Opal. You can only control yourself. And that helps to reduce stress.
Meditating?
I don't really meditate.
Why not?
I don't know. It's not my thing because the times I used to meditate, I'd be falling asleep.
It's not your thing.
Yeah,
so
it's not my thing.
I think that's something you should practice. Why I say that is because if you think about what you said, you have a lot of your issues is the thoughts that comes to your head that gives you stress, which is we live in a world where you're gonna get a lot of thoughts. You know what I mean? So that's gonna be a very stressful day if you have too many thoughts.
But see,
Can I finish, please?
Oh, sure.
So one of the ways why meditation helps is because you sit there and train your brain to control the amount of thoughts that just releases itself. So that's why meditation is actually healthy for people, because then you'll be able to hone in and not have just random thoughts consistently, constantly barraging your brain, which then causes your stress level to go up. Now your emotional standpoint of how you're feeling is changing based off of anything, nothing. You know what I mean? Almost nothing. You could be at work. You could be in a dire situation where now you have to save someone's life, but you have too many thoughts coming to your head, which now your emotional level has changed. Now your cognitive way to create a decision will be altered. So you might not make a right decision at that time. So learning how to train these things, learning how to meditate will help you train these things so that you won't be as stressed when you have a lot of thoughts coming to your brain. You'll be able to hone in and stop certain thoughts and actually learn to pay attention more, which sometimes it's the biggest problem for a lot of people. I've even had that problem in many ways, and I had to learn to meditate, which helped me pay attention to even myself. Because a lot of times, when being quiet, you'll learn that the earth, you can receive a lot of sound, a lot of vibrations, a lot of things that can heal you. And praying is like a way to speak to God. When you meditate, is a way for you to listen and understand what your path or journey should be.
Yeah. So that's great. And I think meditation is, I really commend people who do it. It's not my ministry, but one thing that I do, well, actually, a couple things I do. I really do reflective writing. So I like to write. So anytime I do like have thoughts, whether it's about my family or my friends, I write everything. I have a journal. So I've been more vigilant in writing in it more often. That and then doing like my daily devotionals. Those have been super helpful. So, but meditation, it is something that I do want to try. But I haven't.
You see, that's one of the things that you said earlier about words.
Mm-hmm.
We don't understand words are magic. It has a magical effect on us. That's one of the ways that you manifest. So if you put a magical statement out there like "I'm going to try something," you're already subconsciously telling yourself
that it ain't gonna work.
Yeah, that's gonna fail.
Ooh, you got me there, Broly. So I'm gonna do something.
Yes, exactly.
I'm gonna do something.
Yes.
So I will do meditation. Put on some nice ocean sound. What do you do? Do you do it in silence?
For me, I like to do it in nature. So I listen to whatever nature is giving me in that moment. I could be anywhere, anytime, or any place. I don't really need to have a specific place for me to be comfortable, because finding uncomfortability will help you.
Yeah, no, I like that.
That's what helped me as well. Learn to be more comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Learn to be comfortable when you're uncomfortable. That shit is very key.
He was spitting game.
My boy was spitting game.
Well, actually knocked it out, honestly.
Yeah. Meditation definitely helped me. I haven't been meditating though, but it definitely helped me a lot.
I thought you was meditating like 2 days ago in the gym.
Yeah. But that was like 5 minutes.
Hey, that counts.
Yeah, it counts. It counts, When I think of meditation, I'm thinking like 20 minutes. I'm not thinking about shit. But yeah. So what I wanted to talk about after that was loving yourself. And this also goes in hand with building confidence. And I think of my experience of when I went to Miami. I'm not trying to diss anybody or anything, but there was a lot of women that would have so much confidence, with what they're wearing and how they're showing off their body and selfies. But to me, I'm like, yo, do you really love yourself? Like the way you're acting, like how confident you're acting? Do you really feel that way?
Are you saying it was fake confidence?
Yeah, I think there's fake confidence. I think loving yourself with confidence, and there's like the fake confidence of where you're just acting like you love yourself, but when like you really look at yourself in the mirror, it's like, yo.
Were they like overdoing it? Because I can spot the fakes too sometimes because it might do too much.
Yeah, it's kind of that doing too much. And you can
believe it or not, confidence is an energy, bro. Because it's how your body takes this emotional. It's like an emotion as well. So it ties in with your pride and your ego. You know what I mean? So if you're not confident, then a lot of times you feel as if your pride and your ego is damaged. But those women that are displaying this confidence isn't fake confidence. It's obviously real confidence.
Okay.
Because they do it so blatantly. That's not that. I don't know if that should be the question. The question should be is why are they so confident when you can see such deep values in themselves? You know what I mean? Is what I would think. Is that what you?
Yeah. I was thinking the same thing.
Because a lot of times you see people that look very unhealthy, especially in Miami, wearing things that they possibly shouldn't be wearing. You know, I'm not saying it's right or it's wrong, but it just don't look right. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So for me, I'm like, whoa, it don't look right. So I get alarmed, and the alarm turns off in my brain. It's like, wow, you know, what's going on in that person's brain? How much help do they need, and can I help them? You know, one time I remember in Miami, I lifted a girl that was like 400 pounds. You know what I mean? I literally squatted her. The whole block, it was an applause. She followed me for like 3 days straight after that. Like she would find me on Miami. I don't know how. She would find me, maybe stories,
she had a GPS tracker,
whatever. But we would work out in the same area, of course, too. So she would come find us over there and just follow us. But another woman that she unfortunately she fell from being picked up.
So she weighed more or less than her?
She weighed, I don't know, if it was around the same kind of weight. I can't. My scale broke at that time. My back was crazy. My back, so it was crazy. But one of the ladies that I did a flip at, she just fell. She actually lost like almost 100 pounds the next time I saw her.
Really?
Yes, it was actually very astonishing. It was very amazing to see. But it's just fascinating to see people walking around all day, every day, and you can tell they're not healthy, but they have this confidence in themselves of loving themselves. I think that's what confuses. Yeah. That's what confuses Goku Pop. Yeah. Are they really loving themselves?
Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
If they're walking around in this illusional state. But sometimes you have to understand too, though, bro, that these people are actually they believe their own illusion. So you can't fake that confidence.
So let me play devil's advocate, though, right? So is maybe that high allows them to live another day in their fake world, and maybe their fake world isn't any better than other people's fake world. So they're like, hey, I like this. You know, I've created this fake world where I'm this, and it allows me to navigate, and I feel good. And that other world wasn't fun, you know. So it's like, do you then say, hey, you shouldn't live in that fake world where you feel good, or is it like what are we trying to get them to do? We're trying to get them to stop being confident and then do something. Is that the idea?
So I understand exactly how you feel, what you explained, and a lot of times this happens to people. I would say that yes, you need to get out of the fake world because it's an unhealthy lifestyle, and if something doesn't change, which has to do with love, then you won't be able to live 100% of your life. Got it. And 100% of your life will begin to 100 years old. So if you love yourself, you will want to live as long as you can because life is so grand. It's such a blessing to just live, whether you're going through something that's hardship, because you have a balanced day that you go through something that's very great as well. These experiences or happiness is temporary. That I was telling you this the other day. Happiness is temporary. So if you feel happy in that moment of being in this fake world, then you're only temporarily killing yourself. Mm-hmm. You're temporarily living while you're killing yourself. You're not really living. You're not really. And when I say living, is a lot of people when they get to a certain age, like I'm 32. People get to my age, they're like, "Oh man, I'm old. I can't move. My this hurt. My that hurt. My this is big." And when I say this ligament, that ligament, this ligament, all these ligaments, I would understand if it was like a muscular area. It's the ligaments, which is the joints, some of the times the most important places. And if these are going at what 30% of your life, I'm 32, so I've lived 30% of my life. I have another 70% more to go. So if I 30%, I'm already dying. What's gonna happen when I hit 60%? I can't walk, boy.
So overall, it's about getting them to understand, getting them out of their fake world, yes, so they can have a better quality of life in their real world.
Yes.
Okay. So you know, it's just one of those things where
yes.
People
the Matrix.
Yeah. I got it.
Yeah. The Matrix.
Because
Because you can never really be always happy, like he said. It's like.
So you're saying Instagram's fake and people are always happy?
Of course, bro.
I wouldn't say Instagram is fake.
Someone
It's
is
just
smiling.
that people don't really want to see on social media you expressing yourself about feelings and stuff like that in this world day and age. People rather see people make money off of violence and
fake smiles
or happiness or something that makes them laugh because it helps them to change their moods and give them a brighter day.
And it's not that Instagram is even fake. It's more like.
Instagram is real. People do fake things on Instagram.
Yeah. People do fake things.
Instagram is fully real.
Yeah, but people are not showing everything on Instagram, and I'm not even expecting everyone to show. I don't show everything. You know what I mean? So it's like you can't just. People have perceptions. People will look at you and think, "Oh shit," because you have this amount of followers. Your pictures is so filtered and edited. Your videos, and people have these perceptions, and it's like, no. I'm not always fucking happy. No one could be always fucking happy.
It's crazy.
You know, or live a beautiful fucking like this beautiful fucking life.
You don't have enough time on the reels to express how stressful your day is. You don't have enough time on the story, on the reel, on any type of whatever that they have. Because it's not the things that you experience in life sometimes it just it takes hours just to even process how that feel. Mm-hmm. So to give it to the world, which also exposes your vulnerability of who you are, that's a demanding thing. Some people do it very well. Some people can't. But the main thing for me, man, is that you just live in the real world, bro. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, every day that passes is another day that you just aged. Yeah. So you shouldn't be living in the world that right now you're happy, and then in 10 years from now, 15 years from now, oh man, if I could have did this bit, I would have did it. I would have, shoulda, woulda. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Yeah. Start singing those songs all day. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. If I shoulda, woulda, yeah.
We've been singing before we started this.
Get up and get that shit done right now. You want to do it? Do it. You feel me? Shit, I remember I wanted some food earlier. You guys was going out. You feel me? Y'all came back. Y'all ain't bring me no food. If I would have never got up and got that shit done, you know what I'm saying? I'll be here like, oh man, I shoulda, woulda, coulda. Something so simple, bro. Yeah. Something so simple. Yeah. Get up.
Trying to just understand what it was you were seeing when you were in Miami, when you were talking about the women, was you said they were on their phones, or what was what was the vibe?
So what I see is people. Yeah.
Or was it physically unhealthy or
physically unhealthy, and that
okay,
and it shows exactly, and that shows that you don't really love yourself, but you're kind of acting like you do.
Speaking of Miami, the Miami we see today is kind of like the fake Miami. I got family that's from Miami, right? Mm-hmm. And those beaches didn't used to look like that. Mm-hmm. It didn't. It's like to get on those beaches, you had to be top 5% of women that used to be on those beaches, and it's just a lot of new people who got access to just on traveling, and unfortunately the hub now is Miami. They don't really like the new people. DC be deep in Miami. And they already, so the clubs, they try to outprice them and say, man, we're going to overprice because we don't want to see these people in here. They on the beaches. The beaches aren't sexy no more. Because it was really made for my cousins from Miami. They don't go up to Miami. They don't go to South. They're like, it's not what it used to be. It used to be, you just go out there and see the most beautiful people in the world. And they kind of turned into what used to be popular in DC was Virginia Beach. Virginia Beach used to be popular in the 90s. Everybody from New York came down. And now it's more like a Virginia Beach type vibe. It's no longer a sexy South Beach vibe.
And even another thing, the first thing I saw when I went to Miami, a lot of women with fake bodies. Oh, I think I saw the first women with fake bodies in Miami. And that was another thing too, is fake bodies with a lot of confidence too. And so that's another thing. I'm like,
Would you ever date a girl with a fake butt, a quality fake butt though, that matches the thighs? Like
like
go ahead.
okay, I've had experience
with a quality one.
With a with like I didn't know that she actually had a fake body. She had good quality, bro. She actually had to tell me that her body was fake, her butt was fake, and later on it hit me. I was like, because the insecurities were still there. Literally, like, it's like I would be doing I would just be sitting like next to a woman, she's jealous. It's those insecurities that a person with like that's out of shape. I'm not no disrespect to anyone like would have. Like I've been in relationships where the person was out of shape and it was those same I was wondering how could you have these same insecurities a person that's out of shape has, you know, and it made me understand.
Because when you're working out, you're going through a mental and physical change, right?
Oh yeah.
But when you just get it sucked out, you don't get the mental change no more. You just get the physical change. So now you're dating a girl with a flat tummy, fat butt, but the fat girl, is still there.
And it's horrible, bro.
And we're still not gonna wife you.
Yeah.
It's gonna hit it.
I mean, some guys are gonna wife that, bro. Yeah, I'm not. I can't even lie to you.
But they're gonna wife it. They're gonna stay committed.
Yeah.
Nah, they're gonna wife in when she starts doing her fat girl thing at the sleep.
A guy that's as insecure is gonna match that, bro. Because there's guys that's also insecure.
And he's still gonna leave. Go ahead.
Just as you said, it's a process, right?
Yeah.
And they don't go through that process because it's instantaneous. So after that instantaneous change, they're gonna go outside with a new sense of confidence. But the world is going to teach them their place when it comes to themselves and that confidence. So even though they went through an instantaneous change with their bodies, they still will have a process to learn how to deal with themselves in the real world with this new ability, this new gift, we can say, because you can use it in many ways to help yourself.
Yeah.
So it's still a learning process. So I think that they will reach a point where they meet a man that knows how to talk to them, deal with them, make them feel where they're at that time will submit and then allow themselves to actually learn and build and things like that. They won't fully always be the same.
Got you.
Because there will be always more outlets so that they can have the ability to change because of these gifts that they've have gifted themselves.
That's if it's the quality ones that match the
But that's the only thing I'm talking about because either way, bad or good, when you go around the world, it's not men that's being sold to in these sex places. It's women.
It's women.
So whether it's good quality, bad quality, up to quality, down to quality, the women have that in power.
Yeah.
They're the one that's unfortunately being taken sometimes, manipulated, hypnotized in many ways, shapes, and forms to go sell themselves. It's not the man, bro.
Yeah, I know.
So whether the quality is good or not, there's more men going to get their body changed to look like a woman.
Yeah.
Than it is women going to go get their body changed to look like a man.
Yeah.
And
and it's not like men are actually, only a few men and probably celebrities, but I don't know any guy that went to go get his body done so he could attract more women.
This is one guy, a little scammy dude. It's the worst thing. I think men gotta let the ladies have something and not do it too.
But, men can't even do it.
Men gotta be men. Yeah. Men gotta be men. First of all, there's a lot of men who ain't being men.
Yeah.
So that's the problem right there. Everybody worry about everybody else and what everybody else is doing. Blah, 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 blah. They're not even getting their shit straight. And then there'll be room for the woman to be a woman. Because if in this world day and age, you see that a lot of men aren't being men for some women that are mothers. Yeah. So now the mother has to try to be a man as well while raising his child. Yeah. Unfortunately, you know what I mean? Now, then the boy come out confused. Yeah. Not confused in his sexuality, but confused in how to be a masculine at some point in time, or when is it time to be more masculine or bring out his masculinity, and then it's time to be feminine. These men are confused at that time. I can't cry because I'm feeling my whole family just died in the zombie apocalypse, and I can't cry because I'm a man.
But you know, there's a there's a marketing aspect to all of this, right? Like the board of plastic surgeons, 80%, 90% white males, right? The board of plastic surgeons, right? They come together to market. They market as a team, right? And so they pay celebrities. They pay. They used to do magazines, but magazines are dying out. So now what they do is they pay celebrities, right? So they'll pay for Kim's joint and whatever joint, and it's like you show your surgeon, and everybody gets money, and so it is a big marketing component. And a few years ago, I remember when they were creating a new category. A new category was for men. They wanted more men to do plastic surgery, right? Because men were already had the money. And it's like, if we get more men to need plastic surgery, we can make additional, we have this additional market. So yeah, then they started feminizing, I saw it. Then rappers started getting so there's a marketing component to all of this, that new category. All of a sudden they tried to push the metrosexual back. And that was a marketing strategy to get men to get more pedicures, get this and this and that taken. Because if you can get a man to spend $200 a week additional for self-care, that self-care love thing is all marketing. Great marketing. So even though self-care love is a real thing, I'm not saying it's a fake thing. I'm just saying they put marketing dollars around it to make money. That's what I'm saying.
I could get a little deeper, Brody.
Go ahead.
Watch this. Did you know why that marketing scheme was created?
What's that?
That was created because they don't want men to fight back. How would it look if they're trying to create something that's going to affect the whole world, but women fight back? They don't respect it. That's not really as powerful. They don't really care, unfortunately. But if a whole bunch of men come together and try to fight back, now this shit is changing the game. Somebody might just get, killed because they had a whole bunch of people thinking the same way, like-minded, and moving on the same type of timing. That's too powerful. Yeah. And so they created these schemes or these markets so that men between the age of 16 and 23 are becoming softer.
100%.
They won't have the masculinity energy that's needed to fight back when they don't like something.
100%.
They're most likely would submit when it's time to. All right, this is the new program of what's happening around the world. Here, take this and just be happy with it.
Yeah. If you look at
and you gotta pay for it. What the fuck is wrong? That's how they doing it.
It makes sense.
That's how they doing it, and nobody want to say nothing. If you say something, it's over for you.
It's spooky.
It's over for you, or some shit like that. But you gotta.
But listen, though, right?
You gotta realize.
If you look at our political
if you don't realize that you're gonna always live in that matrix.
If you look at our political leaders, when we're black, right? Black folks, right? They were all in their mid-20s, right? So you had these masculine men in their mid-20s. It was Malcolm. It was all of these brothers, right? And you don't want more. We gonna get the light shut off. We don't like. They don't want more masculine men leading any new revolutions. So if you could feminize that bottom half before they hit 25, then you don't have to worry about no uprising.
Exactly.
You don't have to worry about it because he's knitting now. The Malcolm X that was supposed to be the new guy who was supposed to lead the new, like even an old boy from Chicago, what's his name? He had the Black Panther Party. Dude was like 23, 24. You were already. So now when you look at the average 24, 25-year-old, they're a little bit softer. They can't really grasp nothing. So it's like, it's a thing, we don't want to touch on it too much because it's one of those things where the lights go off. If you touch on it too much, the lights turn off and it gets a little shaky.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
It's definitely interesting, man. Hearing it from the both of
you. You just understand this. Understand that they're attacking the young. Because when you get old, it's over for you. When's the last time you planned your retirement? You forgot about the retirement, man. You understand what I'm saying? Like, people are not thinking or being strategic when it comes to their life. And they understand that, so they're taking advantage of making money from that.
Yeah.
So, what are you gonna do at home? You gonna sit down on the couch, eat your cookies and chips, and just stay in that matrix and feel as if, oh, I'm happy, it's okay,
I'm good. That's how automation comes,
and then
AI comes, and then robotics comes, and
we about to get into a whole new year. What are y'all doing?
Find out you can't eat chips and work from the computer no more because a robot took your job.
Oh yeah, these AIs is about to get popping. It makes no sense to be scared. It's here. It's here. It makes no sense to be here. I mean, be scared. It's better to be prepared.
Yeah, definitely.
What are you gonna do when this shit is popping? How you gonna figure it out? You gonna go back to your day job, your night job? What you gonna do? You better sit down and start figuring it out. How can I monopolize from these AIs?
Honestly, if
I was figure it out.
If I was in school right now, I would stop. Right, if I was in university right now, I would stop what I'm doing and say, okay, man, what's the classes in robotics and IT? Because even when I went to school for business entertainment, right, as soon as I graduated, Facebook happened. So my curriculum didn't even contain social media because social media wasn't a thing. So I went to school for nothing. I came out and oh, this social media thing that's popping. And now it was a new way for people to advertise and move their brands. But I didn't learn that. So right now, if you're in school, you're learning something that's already been replaced. So you get out of it, you got this paper, I'm like, oh yeah, we got this AI thing, that shit you just certified for means nothing. Thank you.
That's deep.
It's spooky times, man.
That's deep, man. That's definitely deep. It's definitely like, I feel like for you to survive, you just have to be able to adjust. I had to learn that the hard way, man. Because I tell you, when I was in school, working a 9 to 5 too, and goddamn, bro, I was like only sleeping for 4 fucking hours, and I don't know. I was always like, the reason I didn't let school go is because I was just always fucking nervous. Like, I'm like, something could happen. I need school.
You know what? I do think nerves are good, though. I think nerves will save your life, Just having enough fear and enough nerves to keep you honest and saying, damn, I better stay on my ish. Because I noticed, in the streets, the guys who aren't scared of nothing, they end up dead. Because you got to have just enough fear to know it can happen, just enough fear to know that.
You guys know this, but women are ones who, after feeling nervous, put themselves at risk a lot more than men, statistically.
Risk meaning
many different things: a new job, a new relationship,
I can see that.
A new experience. They love adventures.
I can see that. That's it.
So a man would most likely stay in his little home or whatever is safe or is comfortable for him. Meanwhile, a girl would be like, "Oh, I'm taking this new job, yes."
I can see that.
And take a risk to see what happens. So I'm not saying to go ahead and take a new drug. I'm not saying that. Please don't mislead to think that. But what I am saying is, we as men need to take risks.
Calculated risk.
Yes, calculated risk, planned out risks, especially financially, so that we could be able to better ourselves.
Even me coming to Thailand with y'all taking a risk because I gotta find another country just in case this one goes to.
How do you feel like what he said? How do you feel about what he said about women taking risks
more than men?
More than men.
I can't. I mean, I can only speak for myself. I'm not really too much of a risky person. When I think of goals that I want to achieve, I'm more calculated. Like I said, I'm a planner, so I make sure that I'm covered. I would say like one of the biggest risks that I know, like that I can say that I've taken in my life, was quitting my job when I was living down south to move up here with just job interviews lined up. But it wasn't too much of a risk because I knew, like, I calculated, like, how much is the DC area going to cost? Like, how many months am I going to feel comfortable living without a job? How much do I need to save? So I saved, several 10 or however many thousands of dollars, and I quit my job, and I moved up here on a whim. I didn't know anyone. I only knew one. I was 25 when I moved here.
Congratulations.
Well, thank you. I mean, it did work out. I mean, like, in my favor. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't have known if I would have stayed down south and if I would have stayed down and not taken out, I wouldn't be where I am today professionally. But like when I came, I interviewed. I went to, like I said, 3 interviews lined up. I got hired within a week, and then I found a place to live. Found a place to live in 2015.
That was good timing. 2015 was good because the rent wasn't as crazy as it
wasn't.
Because if it was 2020, you would be like, I'm gonna need a little bit more money. So 2015, that was a good time to take that risk to come up here.
Mm-hmm. And at that time, like I bought a studio. It was $934. $934 with all utilities included. I just needed something. I did something, y'all. But yeah,
do something.
I'm not much of a. I'm like naturally, I'm not much of a risk taker. Like I said, I just like to be calculated. But I know, like in that moment, like I quit a job and moved to an area that I really wasn't. Well, technically, I did visit because I did say I had one friend, so I did visit. We did go to a couple day parties, but just to see the area. But that was the biggest risk I've taken because I don't know anyone. I don't have family here. My cousin just moved here, but besides that, like not any close family members here, and I made it work.
Would you like to get deeper?
In regards to like,
have you taken any risks? Have you taken any risks in your relationship aspect of life?
Ooh. Mm-hmm. Like in dating.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
What is your ideal relationship? Goals.
Ideal relationship goals.
Yes, ideal to marry.
It would be nice to be married if that's what God has for me.
We just talked about that.
So, how in your past period have you taken any type of risk in a relationship in a relationship? Have you taken any risk that helped you get to that point?
I think dating in general is a risk because you're getting to know new people and putting yourself out there so that you can eventually meet someone that you connect with on a deeper level and you go from there. I think that's a risk alone because a lot of bad things have happened these days with women going out on dates. That's a risk in itself.
The reason why I'm saying this is because I find that it's very fascinating. It's fascination that more than 90% of the women I speak to, goals are to get married. But yet, just like that risk you taking to push yourself in a different lifestyle so that you could better your life, like moving to a whole new place and all the things that you didn't have, but now you've acquired because you took that risk. So I wonder how many women that want to get married take the risk of doing things that will help them accomplish that goal. Because I find that many women will say, I'm a woman, so I deserve marriage.
No. Absolutely not.
But they're not doing things that their partner would actually like, that would help that partner submit to this type of compromise, to this type of idealism. So, in your aspect of being a woman, how are you getting yourself closer to that goal?
I think.
What type of risk are you taking? In your experience?
Well, maybe risk is not the word. Well, that I would really think, but I think of like last year. Last year I got my heart broken, and I took that time to really take a step back to really find myself. Like it was like, it's like I knew who I was, but then I lost myself because I, thought I fell in love with a guy. But I took a step back and, I started reading more, writing more, going to church, really just getting closer to God and really, paying attention to the word of God and how to be a woman of God. I took like a course through church. Me and one of my homegirls, we took the course together. Well, actually, she just recommended the course. She already completed it, but I did the course myself. Going to sessions and really learning how to be a better woman of God, and just like even the writing. A lot of this stuff is like finding yourself and strengthening yourself. We can't, like I said, we can't control. Yeah, find something and do something about it. Because there are some women who think on the pretense of, well, I deserve this because I'm this way. And that's really honestly a toxic way of thinking. That is toxic femininity. It really is. But I agree with you. It is toxic femininity because some women do feel like I deserve this because I look good or I have this or, I make this 6-figure job. But no, boo-boo, you ain't that special because you probably just an empty shell on the inside. You got to work on filling yourself and being a deeper person. That's what I think about that.
That's interesting.
That was interesting. That was deep. Yes. Yeah.
Hey, when it gets late, Broly be having his sexy radio voice on. 95.9. Slow jam, Broly.
Going Super Saiyan.
But no, I really do think because it also this. I'm gonna tie it all in. It all relates to building confidence, self-esteem. All these things. There are some women who are just empty shells, just living out here. They're relying their confidence on the world around them. They may post a selfie with a filter because most of them. I mean, sometimes I use filters, but. You see me today, I ain't got no makeup on, okay? I don't need to wear makeup to still be a beautiful person. You know what I mean? So, but, some women do measure their worth, whether they compare it to other women or other people, their accolades or whatever they look like. Sometimes it be the women with the BBLs, and
Devil's advocate.
Devil's advocate.
Let me ask you this right here. What would you say to the women who say you're a pick-me? Just saying those things about women.
Oh, me? Personally?
Let's say you're a pick-me because you probably don't even know what pick-me means.
Yeah,
it's like women's language.
It's like the equivalent of man being simp. Like they say simp.
Yeah, they say you're a pick-me to bash women who are feminine and who course correct other women. They say, "Oh, did he pick you?" It's like a shaming tactic. Mm-hmm. So how do you counter that one?
And I would say, go find yourself. Go find yourself because I'm being realistic. Because I'm saying this because I used to have low self-esteem. I wasn't fit. I used to weigh 234 pounds. I weighed freaking 165 because I'm bulking. So but even still, when I was younger, yes, I did a lot of things. I was still thank you. If you guys want to see what I used to look like, you can check my Instagram or whatever. But I used to have low self-esteem, even though I still went out, I still performed, like I still sing, that was my thing, performing arts. But, I still had moments where I didn't love myself or I compared myself to other people. That was like when I was in my teens and my early 20s. But, as I got older and I go through more experiences, I've found more of myself. I feel like the person that I am today and the way that I think and just everything, I'm better than I am when I was years ago. And so if people, if women are upset and they think I'm being a pick me, I don't know, but I'm just being realistic.
What about the others who say that you were always the prize, regardless of what your weight was, and and that by you not recognizing you were the prize, it's kind of detrimental to other women because you're telling other women to do something when they may feel like they shouldn't have to bring nothing because they are the prize, and it's up to a masculine guy to approach them and all, and then the natural femininity will come out. Because here's the thing: you're saying you took action and made things happen, right?
Mhm.
There's another class of women that believe that they don't have to take action. A masculine man will approach them, bring the most feminine goddess out of them, and then they'll naturally take action and be where they're supposed to be at.
I don't think that's. I don't like.
It sounds mythical, right?
It does.
Let me touch on that real
Yeah.
quick. Can a man does it take a certain man to make a woman feminine, or is it that the woman has to be already feminine?
No, it
Yeah.
no, it doesn't get me because I mean I can only speak for myself because I don't know how other women act around men. I may know stories my friends tell me about their connections and communications with men, but I'm not in that moment to see how they respond to men. But for me and just naturally who I am as a person, I am a girly girl. I feel like I am a feminine woman. So I really damn, I got lost.
Bro, I think that's an easy question. I think that the girls that like girls
Mm-hmm.
are the ones that's not that feminine.
The girls, the studs or the
Yes,
femmes?
the girls. It doesn't matter. The girls that like girls that they don't want to experience a man, then those are the ones that are not in tune with their femininity. Every single woman that likes man, even if they like girls too, but they like men, period, they are feminine, bro, no matter how aggressive they are. And it does take a special man, and I'm not saying like that he has to be super special with certain things. It does take a special man for her that because of him, it helps her be open to that vulnerable side that she has, which shows how feminine she is. Women nowadays don't have that leisure of being in these spaces, so you don't see or feel that femininity a lot. But when you deal with them a specific way, all of and every woman submit, which is a feminine thing to do, no? So every woman,
I get what you're saying.
so every woman essentially is feminine.
I get what you're saying. You're adding a different component, like vulnerability, so to speak. You're saying, hey, she can be feminine, but she's not going to be vulnerable enough for you to receive it because you're not the person you're supposed to be at the moment.
Yeah, you didn't give her whatever the requirements that she don't even know she needs. Because it's not the requirement she thinks she needs that makes the
I agree
God
with
help
you,
her be
but I
able to
also think
that she don't even know.
there's women who are Tupac. I call them Tupac. They're just too tough.
Nah, bro. Nah. There ain't no woman too tough, bro.
I could bring a Tupac.
A man is always what the epitome of tough is. That's masculinity, masculine energy. And once we say these things or even think like that, you will always experience a woman that's tough, too tough. For me, I can never. You see how much I work out, bro? All this crazy aggressive energy I have. There's no woman that coming up to me. I don't give a fuck if she's 7 foot. That's too tough. I'm gonna look at her like, baby, you better bow down, because I'm about to kill your shit. I'm about to lift your legs up. I'm gonna be the one that's putting in that work for you to feel like a woman.
So the toughness is fraudulent. It's not really toughness. It's like a
bro. I'm telling you, they have to put this.
It's like a mirror of fake fraudulent toughness.
Bro, they have to be like that, bro. They have to come outside and besides the illusion that's presented to you with whatever they're wearing because they're confused with who they are, so they have on this 2 or 3. They have on 2 or 3 wigs. They have on X amount of makeup. You have to understand. We already live in a world where people come outside not being able to be themselves. Yes. So how can you expect people, especially women? How you expect people to feel comfortable, especially a woman, to feel comfortable to be feminine in a world where men are constantly barraging or attacking them, and they're not even physically able to defend themselves the way that we are able to defend ourselves from another man. Yet they're being attacked, so they have to be cunning. They have to be diabolical. We're making them that way by consistently doing the things that we're doing by attacking.
So, are you saying all those girls from the Bronx that are tough?
Not the Bronx,
bro. Yes, bro.
We gotta go straight to Bronx,
bro.
That have that extra layer of
Every girl I've ever dealt with in the Bronx was soft for me, bro. All of them were soft for me. All of them were soft.
He's talking.
All of them submitted, bro. Any woman that I've ever dealt with in the Bronx, she was soft. You feel me?
She took her scarf off.
Yeah, bro, she was soft, and it doesn't mean that I smashed. It doesn't mean that I allowed her. I gave her an experience that allowed her to feel comfortable enough for her to feel feminine. That's all.
But this is only to the women who like men, right? Not the women who like women.
Yes, because if a woman does not like man, she won't see that interest that you're showing it at that time for her to feel comfortable to talk to you like that. She feels comfortable with another woman. You can't change that just because of the words that you're saying. Her attraction is like everything in her brain is screaming, "Why are you around him?" You feel me? That's a whole different trauma, bro. That's dealing with another person's trauma. When you deal with a person's trauma, that dictates how they react or act on certain situations. So when you understand that, then you'll understand, of course, when she's more comfortable with a woman, she's gonna be like, "Yeah, oh, baby, oh my god," and she with a man, she's gonna be like, "Nah, bro, fuck out of here." Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like,
so I was so like I'm kind of hearing two not really two different things, but because we have like femininity and personality. Like I said, for me, I feel like I'm just a feminine woman, and then we're also attributing femininity with vulnerability. Yeah. So is that's also too? Do you feel like that's synonymous, vulnerability and femininity?
That's 2 different things.
Okay, because it almost seems synonymous.
To me, vulnerability is strength. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying that femininity isn't strength. A lot of people can find strength in femininity, especially a woman. But when I'm vulnerable, I can't say I feel feminine.
No.
Yeah, I can't. I'm still engaging that feeling to understand how it even feels to feel feminine because I'm a man. I don't know what the hell is that that's supposed to feel like. You know what I mean? So I know when I'm vulnerable at that time, it feels like just a time where I'm open, attentive to a new experience and non-judgmental. Mm-hmm. That doesn't mean I'm being feminine. That just means that now I'm a sponge ready to learn.
How about you, Goku? During your gym dates, I hear a lot of simp.
Oh yeah.
In the comments when you praise women, what do you think about the whole femininity? What do you think about everything we talk
about? I was gonna ask Burley one question too, but I'll answer you. I agree with what he's saying, and I wanted to ask him too. Do you think it takes a certain man to make certain women be feminine?
It's the same thing, bro. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And and we're gonna go back to the gym date situation. So a lot of people were commenting that I'm a simp because
like gorgeous newbie.
Yeah, I be just telling women how good they look, and it's like, yo, that's like some simp shit to do, and I'm like, I don't really care because that's how I feel. You know, I tell guys, like, I've met a lot of guys, and I'm like, yo, bro, you are shredded. The first time I saw him, I'm like, yo, bro, take off your shirt.
Pause.
I'm like, no homo, no homo. Take off your shirt for this thumbnail, bro. And he was acting like he didn't want to take it off. He took it off. Yeah. He took it off. I'm like, yo, bro, you are. I'm like, yo, bro, what the hell, bro? You are shredded, bro. So yeah, so that's how I'm. That's how I don't just give women like I'm just I'm just being honest. I'm like, yo, girl, you look fucking good. So now I'm supposed to be acting like she doesn't look good, or be like, cause what? It's a simp thing to do.
All right, so let me ask this though. All right, the blue pill would say, some people would say, you're not being a masculine frame, like you're not keeping your masculine frame when you in front of a beautiful woman. Like maybe you're too erratic, you're too like, tell her, hey, you look beautiful and stuff. Say, playing devil's
That's what
advocate.
I said. I'm like, yo, you. Yeah, yeah. That's what I said. I'm like, you look good, and honestly, there's no frame, because like when I told him, bro, you look shredded. I didn't keep a frame like, yo, bro,
Hey,
you look,
homie.
yo, bro, you look shredded, bro.
So you go.
Nah, I ain't go, bro. You look shredded. I'm gonna be me, bro. And if she thinks that's soft, that's okay, because I don't care. I'll find another woman. You know what I mean? And if somebody like, it's not that deep. I feel like that simp shit has went way too far.
Yeah, it went too far. It went too far. It went too far.
But
But
how the hell is telling a woman that look good she look good a simp thing?
That's what I'm saying. It makes no sense. I don't know who created this concept. I think it's dumb.
It wasn't dumb at first. At first, it wasn't dumb. The third generation.
No, they're like, yo.
I also do agree. Yeah.
It's the youngins.
It's actually very strategic of Coco Pump to do that, and you guys don't even realize that, because in the moments that maybe there's a little silence, there's nothing that's being spoke about, we don't know what to talk about or something like that. You compliment the girl, give her some compliments, because she's worried about what the hell she looked like, because she came outside putting on all that makeup, have on 3 wigs and all this extra shit. So you talk to her about the shit, like gradually, especially if you don't like it. This is a way for you to be able to gain open and honest conversation about things like this, because you mentioned it, and then now she has comfortability with you, because you guys are having these conversations on a consistent basis. So now it's like, girl, but the first day is like, oh, you so pretty, girl, you so pretty, blah 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 blah, and she's like, oh, well, thank you. By the 7th or 8th day, you like, girl, why your hair look like that today, baby? What's going on? And she's like, I know I had a hard day, blah blah blah. You can talk to her about these things now. Like, baby, you look beautiful, but you have on too much makeup. You're not gonna say that on the first date, are you?
No.
Most likely not. Like, damn, girl, got all that makeup. But you have to be open to have these conversations. And how can you be open if you don't, as a man, take the time out to have that, man? Like, yo, listen, yo, what's up? You know what I'm saying? You look good. Yeah. You can't, and that's another way for you to feel her out too. You tell her she look good. You tell her she look like an ice cream cone. That you tell her with the sparkle springs and all. You let her know you want her. You feel me? Yeah. And then she look at you and says something very average, very average. Right. That means that she don't want you. Now you know. Yep. You don't gotta waste your time. Exactly. Especially if she looks at you and she's like, oh, you look like that caramel chocolate piece of candy shit that I wanted last night. And you like, oh, girl, say less.
Yo, I was just about to say you look like a nice little chocolate bar.
Let's keep up that energy.
That's cute. Like, I think like tactful, cute, and genuine compliments. Like, I like that. When somebody say you so cute.
Yeah, and I think the problem is in maybe in New York or America in general,
they do that every second.
We can't give each other compliments. We can't give each other compliments. I'm not even talking about like a guy to woman. I'm talking about even women can't give guys compliment. There's times we're in New York, me and Broly, bro. We walking outside with no shirt on. These girls are fucking looking. You can tell that they're looking, bro, and they are not saying shit.
He look mad good,
like,
son.
Yeah, you could tell, and that's the problem right there. And guys feel like, you know what? We've been like on these girls too much, and now we gotta not be on them or whatever. And it's like, yo, bro, if I'm with a girl, I don't know about these girls, but if I'm with a girl, she gonna look good. And if she look good, I'm gonna tell her she look good as many fucking times as I think she look good.
The main thing though is they're not strangers, so you're not invading their space because you actually going on a gym date.
Exactly.
Which both parties accepted the gym date.
Yeah.
So it's not like you met a random stranger.
Bro, the fact that she accepted the gym date already.
Yeah. It's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It don't matter how she act. If she's even acting like I don't look good.
Yeah.
It's the date. I'm gonna tell her what it is.
But for the youngins out there, simping is an action, though. It's an actual action. That's what it used to be before. Yeah, ruined it. It was an action. It wasn't a word. Like it wasn't like talking to someone. You know, when I say action, it means you're actually doing something. Like the guy that the guy who bought her Louis, right? You know, and
it was never able to.
And he did, and you know.
Do you agree with that?
Sample the product.
That he was simping. Not a simp, but he was simping at that moment.
So imagine, right? Imagine you going to
we're gonna go back to that.
Imagine you're going to see Poppy, you about to pick up these bricks, right? And you don't know what's about to happen, and you don't test the sample. You go back home, you don't even know they're bricks. You know what I'm saying? You have to cut the package open. You have to sample it, and he didn't sample the So how does he know what's going on? That's what I'm saying. That's why he's a simp by definition. But honestly, by definition, he's a simp. By original definition.
This is my definition of simp. If you're trying to get the box, more specifically, if you're trying to get intimate with a girl, a deeper connection to her, and you think you have to pay to do that, then you're simping. Because if you don't realize it, if you want to pay to do that, you can do it in a masculine way. You go to these countries that is literally their jobs, and you would probably get better service than you do with what you're doing because you're going to a woman that does not have those services. She's just trying to be her natural woman state. But you're thinking like, I'm going to pay for this date. I'm going to do something special, monetize wise, and she's going to give me some box. Nah, bro. You know what I mean? That is simping.
He was by that phone waiting for that text, that come over text.
That is simping.
It didn't come.
Yeah. I think when you're going out your way, when you're going out your character, that's definitely simping.
Definitely an action.
You know what I mean? When you're literally going out of your character.
That's not simping, man. Because sometimes you're in love. So if you're in love, your partner. Like for example, one of my friends today, man, his girl tire was fucked up, and he helped her. He went on his way to go help her. So I don't think he was simping.
No, that's not simping.
I think that he was helping her every time that
a provider and a protector.
Provider and protector at that time, and he was there for her. So like that just proves his loyalty and his commitment and love that he has for her. Yeah. So I wouldn't consider a person that goes out their way every single time or a period a simp. Women go out her way a lot of times. You ask her to make you something to eat. Nigga, she like.
I meant like a fresh start. Like it's like we talking about her friend. Right? You only knew him for 2 weeks.
She about to text you after this. Like,
yeah,
what's going on?
You only knew him for 2 weeks, and he bought you Louis Vuitton bag. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so a little. That's a little extreme.
But listen.
All love to him, though.
I can't even say that he's simple or not. I can't. I'm gonna try to be the devil advocate here. Because what if he's making $1 million every week?
That's true.
To him,
he's still a simp because he didn't tell his intentions.
That might be a candy piece.
But here's the thing, though, right?
But she said their intentions. She did say their intentions are to be platonic.
He bought you that, and he said, "Hey, this is platonic friend stuff."
Yeah.
That friendship was established.
I'm like
before he bought you that. Before he bought you that, was it established? Was your friendship established?
I mean, like it was a new person, so we really might negotiate. But I mean, but when he gave it, so yes.
This is why I be thinking you're guilty sometimes.
Oh my gosh.
I'm trying to be on your side. I'm trying to be on your side, but now you're fucking up right now. So hold on. Before he bought you the gift, did y'all talk to each other, have a line or some type of communication where y'all established that this is only a friendship?
No, and I don't wanna. The reason why I don't wanna.
So after he gave you the gift,
I don't.
Yes, my question.
I just want to say that like I don't want to get into deep.
The specifics.
The specifics in public because there is a reason. I can. I just don't want. I don't need the specific. But we didn't talk about we're gonna be friends or whatever. But but he did explain his reason.
Now trying to give me excuses for things I didn't ask you about.
You said.
Just hold on for 1 second, so that before you lead yourself even more down the line. You feel me? Just hang yourself. Let's help you out a little bit. Now that he's giving you the bag, did you have a conversation at that time, or after he's giving you the bag, did you have a conversation at that time about you guys' level of intimacy
and friendship?
No,
never. So okay, all right, cool. So I'm just led to always believe that this guy likes you in an intimate way because what he did was very intimate towards a woman. From my experience, I could be wrong, but yes, he's after 2 weeks of meeting the lady, going out your way to buy her a Louis Vuitton bag. It's simple.
well, I mean,
period.
But still respect to him, though.
Period.
I mean, I like I said, I appreciated it. I think that he's, I think that he's a genuinely good person.
That just means that he's still in her life.
Subscribe.
I told you we're still cool.
Yeah, so she's
and whoever do this.
And it's not because he bought me a Louis bag. No, like I genuinely think that he's a good-hearted person.
Hey, can you tell me smash the light?
Because whatever he did in her life, in her experience with her, she's obviously have care for the guy because she's been making sure that she speak respectable about him.
I respect that.
That Louis bag will get you things like that. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, oh boy,
she ain't gonna dog you. So to a certain extent, I can see how she definitely respects the guy and care for him intimately.
And the podcast respects the guy, and we want him to smash that like button.
I respect him.
That was simp though, bro.
I don't think he's
that was simp.
You know what? Let me ask this question though.
You never gotta do that.
Let me ask this question though. He might not have. Is a possibility that
he's gonna die? Put the shit on you, son. You laughing his ass off, son. Come on, bro.
Oh,
it's
man.
True. It's
Wait
true.
to go buy them $20,000 Beyonce tickets though.
Oh, hell no, man.
Yo, Beyonce's a good experience. I've seen Beyonce before, and I've actually taken a girl out to a Beyonce concert back in the days.
Word?
And yeah, I was in a relationship with this young lady.
Oh, cool. I was about to say, bro. I was about to say, bro, you sipping out here? You were sipping
2 weeks ago?
Nah.
Now she's seeing the beehive. Jay-Z on
stage.
Nah, if you win it, it's all good.
We went together. It was a good time. So I can't tell people not to buy the Jay-Z tickets, or the Beyonce tickets. Just know that if you don't buy it for your girl, you know what I mean? She could buy it for herself. She can afford that shit.
Or she will call the scammer. You hear that? Police coming.
And as far as just like pain in general, I'm just gonna say this, man. I already feel bad that when we come to this world, we gotta pay for food. the things that the Most High made for us, we gotta pay for a fruit, bro. A fruit. You gotta pay. I understand me paying for cooked food. That was a service. They actually cooked it. But a fruit that I could get from a fucking tree. The woman was made for me to bust her shit, bro.
You gotta pay, bro.
Why would I pay for that? It doesn't make any sense.
If you want to sleep,
No.
Even if you want to sleep, bro. Even if you want to sleep, the space that you sleep in, you gotta pay for that.
No.
The air that you breathe in, the space that you sleep in, you gotta pay for that.
It's crazy, man.
It's not crazy. It is what it is. You gotta pay. So you gotta learn how to pay and make everything else pay you too.
Yeah.
So you can pay for the pay. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, so let me ask you this though, man. Since we're talking about paying, how do you feel about paying for a date in which a woman asks you out? If she said, "Hey, Goku, I'm feeling style. I like you. Let's go out." Do you pick up the bill, or does she pick up the bill at the end of the night?
So when I do dates, right, this is how I think of dates. I do it for myself. It's like I'm going out for myself.
Okay. So she likes you. She wants to go out with you. You say sure.
Yeah, and she don't like literally. Well, unless she's like we're in a relationship, she's my girl. Then she picks and literally I promise you this, man. When she's pick a spot that she wants us to go to, she literally pays for it.
Hold on, forget your girl.
But yeah. But I'm just saying though, like if I'm taking her out on a date, right? This is me just doing something from my experience. So I'm like, all right, cool, yo, come through with me.
All right, but what if she wants to take you out? I mean, she don't want to take you out, but she's saying, hey, even if she was the one that initiated, you still take care of everything. If you go out,
if she's like, yo, I want to go to this place.
Yeah, she want to go to this place, and she want to go with you.
And she want to go with me.
And then that ticket come at the end of the night and they fold it. What happens next?
I've never had that experience to even say so, but matter of fact, I've had that something like that happen actually. Remember Naima? Yeah.
I told you that night.
And what did you do? Did you open it?
No, we paid.
We paid, bro. But that was a trick, bro. That was literally like a setup.
She set us up.
Yeah.
Guess what? I told him it's okay. We pay this now. Watch this. We pay this right now. You'll never be able to get. You will never pay it again. And you'll never have a chance for us to pay it again for the rest of your life. So you can remember this last time that we paid.
What happened now? I mean, just briefly, like where did you go?
Details.
What was the cost?
His homegirl invited us to. What was it? What was that?
It was a food spot. Maybe like I don't know if it was like a.
In New York.
Yeah, Applebee's. It's like an Applebee's. I don't think it's really Applebee's, but
Footprints.
It was like, the Footprints. Okay,
cool.
The
Jamaican
Footprints
spot.
in Canarsie.
Oh, Canarsie.
Yes. So she invited us to go, but she invited us to go eat first. We didn't know because we just finished working out. She like, let's go get some snacks or something. You're not hungry?
Yeah, it was her birthday too.
We didn't know it was gonna be like a dinner time. So we thought, some snacks. All right, it was your birthday. All right, we'll eat some food with you real quick. So then she brings us to Footprints. We're like, let's put afford Footprints. It's not like we can't, so why not eat some Footprints? Fuck, we just didn't know it was gonna be this much heavy food. So all right, cool. We sitting there. She ordering mad food.
Mind you, I didn't order any food. I just ordered a drink.
You didn't order no food.
I ordered a drink literally because I already ate.
That's funny. Hey,
because we were in Footprints. We were waiting for so long, bro. We were waiting for an hour. So I was like, yo, I'm too hungry. I went to go to like the grocery store. I got something to eat. So by the time it was time for us to sit down at the table, I was full. So I was like, yo, I'm gonna just get a drink. She ordered mad food. She ordered food for her and her daughter, bro.
Mind you, she had food hidden.
Was it family also?
No,
like friends? Just her?
That's it.
Okay.
But she had food hidden, bro. Hidden food
in her bag
because the food was taking along. Her daughter went in her purse and started taking out plates of food, and her daughter just started eating, bro. And I'm like, wow, that's a smart baby. That baby is so smart. That baby not waiting for nobody. He's like, fuck it, I'm about to eat right now. I like this baby. This baby's a smart, very independent, smart baby. You know what I mean? And then we got the food, we ate, and then the bill came, and she was.
Yeah. When the guy was like, she was just looking around. She was looking around.
Yeah, no more.
I looked at Broly. Broly was like, I'm gonna drop. I think how much you dropped, like $50 or something like that.
I was
like $50. And I think the thing was like it was like 200. 200. I think.
Y'all ain't get got.
Bro.
I mean,
I only had a juice that cost $10, bro.
I feel you.
I had a juice, and I paid like over $100.
I feel you, but there's guys.
Whoa, I got, bro.
No. There's guys.
I got.
You got for 5,000. I mean 1,500.
Bro,
so your
I don't care, bro.
It was a light scam, bro.
I didn't smash.
It was never in a relationship.
Yeah, bro.
No, it wasn't right. I'm just saying you're lucky because I know men who got same scenario.
Bro, I got bro. It's not about how much money, bro. It's about getting the got, bro. Yeah, it could have, bro. The bill could have been 5,000. Because it don't matter how. It's not about.
Still be like,
yeah, bro. $100 is just numbers, bro. I got. Period, bro.
Period.
Whether it's $1 or not.
The plot was there.
Yeah.
And it was successful.
Yeah. She didn't pay a dime. And she had the most food. I think Broly only had like one plate. One plate. I had no plates, bro.
So you didn't confront her? You didn't want to confront her? You just wanted to pay for it?
Bro, at that time too, that was when I first met Broly. I was like, I can't front. I was on my soft shit. I was really soft. So it was like, I probably.
I'm asking. Don't answer that.
It don't matter, bro. Like I said, I'm comfortable with who I was and who I am today. And I probably was. Yeah, I was a very soft guy, bro. So I wouldn't, in a situation like that, I wouldn't speak up. You know what I mean? Because I'm not expecting you to do something fucked up like that to me.
You just came to the stage fresh off the boat?
Nah, it's not that I came to the stage. It's just that I don't speak up on certain things because I'm shocked that I'm mad cool with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to help you build your YouTube channel, and and then you do some dumb shit like that to me. Yeah. Yeah. So
are you guys friends today?
Nah.
Okay, I was about to say like that. Like he bamboozled you guys.
So answer that question though. Whenever a man has the opportunity to be a man, you take that position, bro. Yeah. It's cool if you know what I mean. Mm-hmm. She wants to pay for the date. That's cool. There's nothing wrong with that. Mm-hmm. Honestly though, you should probably pay for it, bro. Yeah. Why? Because it gives you that edge once again to be a man, bro. That's the stage of how. Like for me, ideally, I want to have a card where when we go out, I give her the card. When it's time to pay, she just pays it, bro, via me. So she's gonna feel stronger because of me. She's gonna feel that masculine energy. So you can help that woman feel your masculine energy when you do these type of actions. So if you later on, she's telling you something about how she wanted this and she wanted that, and she wanted this and she wanted that. And you don't want to hear it because you're watching your anime, you playing your video games, whatever you're doing, that whatever you want to do. Granted, it's okay that you're doing what you want to do, but unfortunately, you put her in a position to feel masculine now, bro. So she's gonna you feel me? A little bit more now than she would have if you would have just ate it up. Yeah. You fuck it, son. I got $50 in my shit. This shit goes 45. Here, you know what I'm saying? That means that you still have that power. Yes. Unfortunately, you shouldn't be on no date if you can't afford it. So that's my aspect on dates. So can I finish, please? Can I please finish? If you guys don't mind. Yeah. I'm not gonna spend any type of money, period, that I can't afford. If I can spend this money, if I could go on a date, that means I could spend that specific money, that whatever it is, at least 5 to 10 times. If I can't do that 5 to 10 times, then I'm making a bad decision by even going on this date. It's not affordable for my pockets. Because then, if you're feeling as if, oh man, I can't pay any type of way, then you're not financially stable. Then you're wrong. You put yourself in that position by yourself, and now you feel bad on yourself, and you want to blame another person. That's not fair. We gotta be men, bro. We gotta be men. I'm telling you.
And I'm not gonna front, bro. Like he's 100% right with that because I had that experience. And I'm just gonna be open about this experience too. I was dating the older lady.
How much?
How old?
I think she was probably going to like her 50s.
Wow.
Yeah, but she looked very
young. She was looking good though. She was alright.
She looked young. She had a nice body. She had the body done though, but that's the same woman. I told you that.
So she had her own
body, yada yada.
That's the same woman. Yeah, I told you that the body was fake, but it looked so natural and real. And that's because she had the money. She got the shit done right. Gotcha. But the first time I took her out on a date, I'm really thinking that I was gonna pay. I swear, the shit was like, was like $150 when the check came. I'm putting out my card, and she just brings out her card and pay for it. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Well, you want to pay? Cool. The next time she pays again. Next time she pays again. I'm like, cool. And as we're going further in this relationship, she started acting very commanding. What? I needed you to be here at this time. Where the fuck you blah blah, like talking to me like a bitch.
You were like a sugar baby.
Yeah. I didn't. I promise you guys, I didn't know things about.
Did know.
Nah, I
I
didn't.
told him on the way.
He told me.
Before the first
Not
date.
before the first date. You told me.
Listen,
You tell me about it, bro.
When he was
you already dealt with rich chicks before,
Yes,
right?
yes.
You gotta deal with rich chicks.
When he was going on dates, I told you I had a lady give me 10 bands before. When he was going on dates and she was paying for it, I told him, like, yo, bro, you gotta be careful, son. Yeah. Shorty already doing these things. And at that time, he wasn't even smashing. He thought that was all cool. I'm like, huh? And you didn't smash, nigga. That means that there's a transaction that still wasn't paid. You know what I mean? You left with a balance. You know what I mean? And you don't realize that you got to pay that balance at some point in time. 100%. And you keep letting this shit keep dialing up. You're just making your balance even greater. You don't even understand it. So now, even if you do the nasty to her all crazy, that's not even it. She need more. She will always need more because she feel as if you owe her now. You owe her your life almost because she's paying for you. You feel me? Yeah. And that's how a lot of guys feel when they're with the woman as well. So she made you feel like a woman.
So that was your first girl who had money?
That was paying for shit. Yeah, I can't say that had money, but like.
No, I mean that was paying for shit.
Yeah, that was paying.
It changed the dynamics. You know, what's funny though, right? My cousin, he had a girl, he had a rich chick. Mm-hmm. She flew on to Costa Rica. He had the same experience. And one day he was on his phone. She said, I paid for this trip. Are you on your phone? Yeah. And she carried him and like, man, that man went and bought his own ticket and went to another island because she pulled the same thing. Yeah. When you're dealing with girls who have a lot of money and have a lot of influence and power, or just even power, just even power in general. I'm not gonna even mention names, but there was a time I was at this girl spot, just staying there for a while, you know, and for a reason. Actual important reason for the both of us. But she was like, she got mad about something, and she was like, you could pack your shit and leave. And I was like, I packed my shit and left. And she was like, you're not going, because the important reason of me, I don't want to talk too much about it, but there was an important reason that I needed to stay for both of us. And she was like, you're going to leave? I'm like, what did you just tell me to do? Pack my shit and leave. I would never, no man, don't ever lose your dignity for shit. Listen, and what got me really tight, because I'm like, I'm not homeless. If I was homeless and you was telling me that shit, it would be different. I'm not homeless, and that just put me in a state of mind, like, if I don't want to be homeless, I need to pack my shit right now and dip. Yeah, I can't do that. You know what I mean? Because that's the homeless mentality when you actually stay there after she told you to pack your shit and leave. You want to know the sad part? You want to know the sad part? They do it because they dealt with black men who can't leave. Yeah. And it's the saddest thing in the world. Like, yo, homie, if I got nothing, I would sleep outside in the rain. Yeah. Before I let that happen. Yeah, bro. I've done it. Oh my God. Oh yeah, I've done it actually. Oh, I let you talk crazy. You know, because you know what happens, right? What usually happens, right, is the brothers, you know, they packing their Jordans and they getting their stuff and they get to the door and they say, I'm sorry. Yeah. And she said, I come back in. She pat him on the back. She the out for now. He come in. And it's the worst thing ever. Nah, bro. That's problem, man. Keep the dignity, brothers.
When you say something, there's nothing more powerful.
In your words.
In your word, especially as a man. In your words. You say something, then you live by that. Mm-hmm. And everyone else will understand that you're not playing when you say that. Yeah. And then they will Whatever they gotta do, act right, change out, whatever they gotta change out, whatever. They will respect your shit. Yeah. Even if they don't like it, they'll be like, you know what? He's been like that forever. I don't think that he will ever change. So when you around him, just like chill out with that. You know what I mean? So
yeah, you want to
keep your word. Keep your word.
You know,
correct.
And no disrespect to women. You know, women are emotional. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been in situations where I have people stay at my spot and they not paying rent. I'm fucking putting food in their mouth and all that, and I never have told anyone, yo, get the fuck out of my house, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it made me realize women are emotional, and when you put an emotional person in power, it's not a good mix, man. It's just not. You know, you just gotta, as a man, you just gotta have that power on your side because you're gonna make logical decisions, man.
The certain things that you gotta do, son, to keep that power, son. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
And when
you can't.
Go ahead, bro. When they know you need them, see, here's the problem with brothers, right? You cannot let these girls know you on your last leg. Like you guys run over there with like, oh, I got 2% power left. You're supposed to walk around like you got 80% power left. When you're on your last leg, start doing this beta shit.
Oh, yeah.
You start doing all this weird stuff. And here's the thing.
Do that?
Here's the thing. Predators can figure out when you're on your last leg. And they will exploit it. You have to stand firm. I want to hear what you say.
I disagree on that aspect because in many ways, your partner, who you're being with and plan to be with for the rest of your life, should understand that you need them in your life, and they need you in their lives. That's what you guys share with each other. Let me finish now. So when you do not share that energy with the person that you're going to be with for the rest of your life, then you're looking at that partner that you're with as if they're a predator now. So there will always be a sense of distrust. There will always be a sense of some type of malice, some type of negative energy because you cannot be vulnerable and open to let that person know, like, yeah, I am a man, but I still need you. A man needs a woman and a woman needs a man. That's why the world is the way that it is. So to sit there and try to like fight that type of battle is inevitably a battle that will be lost because we were like, there is that opposite attraction to balance that shit out. So you need a woman, bro, and a woman needs you. Like you need pussy. I ain't gonna give a fuck what you say to me about anything else. Some days you wake up on that type of time and like, yo, I need it. You know what I mean? Yeah. And the same thing with a woman. So you may not respect the fact of certain experience that you had with certain women, and many other people feel the same way as well. But we have to come to a common ground where, with ourselves and with the people that we're with, to understand that, especially as Black people, we are being manipulated to fight each other and not come together because they don't want us together. The white race is going to become a minority.
Don't go that wide yet. Don't go that far.
Come back to the this is why you think the way that you do as a Black man, and why there's a young lady right here who hasn't reached marriage yet, but she's Black and she's of whatever age that she is. More than likely, if she was a white person, by the time she reached 21 or 22, she would have already statistically gotten married already. Especially with us as well. We are all on the same spectrum of this statistics. So when you look at statistics and you look at the census of how things is going out and played in the world, we are the problem because we have been hypnotized to fight each other, to try to demonize the other race while we're all demonize the other sex, while we're all in the same bucket. We're all crabs going down, pulling each other down. So we can't demonize a woman for her being emotional, her being the way that she is, but yet we're not being man enough.
But is it masculine to be at 2% of where your capacity is and share that with your woman to let her know? Like, let's say,
it's important, bro. If you don't do that now, when she makes a decision to go spend extra money, now you upset.
No,
but now you're stressed the fuck out about bills because she just spent extra. She just spent, you said 2%, right? She spent 1% on shoes. Okay. Now you fuck. You let her know, baby, I make this. This is what I make. If you spend this, we fucked. If you want to, you can spend this. You already, as a man, laid it out on the table.
So
gave her the plan so she could go along with that plan rather than trying to create her own lane, which is your fault. You feel me? As a man.
So let me create a scenario to make it more visual, right? So we can make it imagery. Let's say when I say your last leg, though, right? Let's say, should your woman know how bad it is right now? Let's say, because financially there's ups and downs, right? Ups and downs, right? And there might be a point where you could break, but the truth is you find yourself always getting out of it, right? So it's like you're almost in a negative, right? Okay, let's say you had a bad night at the casino, right? Let's say you had a bad night at the casino and you spent that mortgage money, right? Mm-hmm. Spent that mortgage money and next month's mortgage money, right? And you're right here, brink of bricking.
You already fucked up. You fucked up.
Yeah, you have to, right? Do you tell her that, or do you come back? Or do you let her know that, hey, I'm on my last leg, I effed up, so I need you to X, Y, and Z? Or do you say, let me fix this, and not let her know I'm on my last leg, and let me get back to a level playing field in this shit?
I think that you answered your own question, bro. What do you think would be a safer space for you?
Safer space.
Yes.
In a scenario, me personally,
when you marry a person.
Oh, you talk about marriage though? Yeah.
Yes, you have a partner. Because if you're not my partner, what the fuck do you want to tell me about my pockets?
Because we weren't talking about marriage.
Like, what are you talking about? A girl that you're with?
We're talking about women.
Yeah, you're not understanding me though, bro. A woman cannot tell you about your pockets unless we have planned together to spend money together. Who are you? Yeah. I can't sit there and tell you about your pockets, about what you need to spend and how you need to spend it, unless we have made a conjoined decision to spend money together. Mm-hmm. Meaning now you must be in my life for the rest of my life or something close to that. Yeah. I'm not going to be talking about...
I think that was the confusion, though, because I was going off for what Goku was talking about. And he wasn't married, you know what I mean? And I was talking about on your last leg with regular trunks. Like, you should go in her, letting her know, like...
That's not her fault.
Regular trunks.
It's not her fault, bro. You can't... You just...
No, that's not about fault. That's you being the man, but not letting this girl know you're at your last leg.
You don't have to. It's gonna make you...
That's
not her business, because her business and your account does not go together. That's not her business. So she's learning you, and now that you understand you made those bad decisions, it's not her fault for you to go, hey, maybe, I fucked up.
I don't think it's a fault.
That's what you're doing, though.
No. I'm saying you're the man, right? You're not blaming. This is not a game of fault. She shouldn't even know that you're at your last leg, right? She shouldn't even know that.
You're saying, so if this is my girl, or this is like a girl that I'm talking to?
This is your girl, because you're not married.
Yeah, it's my girl. Okay, if this is my girl, bro, because I don't believe in marriage. No. Fuck marriage. If this is my girl...
That particular girl you were talking about, that kicked you, because we're
that particular girl that kicked me out, she kind of like was my girl.
Okay.
Like she was... I don't want to say like what she is, but she has that kind of status of like being my girl. She's an important person in my life. So the fact that it's still the same shit is just like, it don't matter who it is.
You let them know, bro.
Yeah.
Listen, if you sit there and try to hold that shit in, when shit happens to you and you feel tight, then that's your fault, bro.
Even regulars.
It don't matter, bro. Like, that's why I don't care. Regular.
Like, listen,
married? I don't care.
Of course. Regular,
bro. Bro, fuck regular, bro.
That's
better.
Honesty is the best policy, period.
Yeah.
You let the person know. Listen, man.
I disagree. If you're a regular, ain't no such thing as honesty. My wife, honesty.
No,
right?
Bro.
My wife, honesty. Regular, you regular.
And let me tell you the scenario
regular
too. Let me explain to you the scenario, right?
That's why he'd be a real one sometimes.
Yeah.
Right? Like, yo, listen, go ahead.
Yeah. So that situation of me being in that spot, right? I'm telling her like, yo, I needed to stay at your spot because right now I'm on a budget. I'm a little low. I can't pay for hotels.
That's my point.
And that's what I did, right? And she still did that. But was I wrong for letting her know, like, yo, I'm low right now and I can't?
But that's why she did it, because you told her you were low.
It don't matter,
that's
though.
Who they are.
Oh, okay.
The moment you tell somebody you're low,
that's a good thing.
He got some data back from it. You got some good data back.
And guess what?
That's real woman.
Exactly. Thank you, bro. Thank
No,
you.
it's a good thing.
A real person that fucks him is not going to try to kick him down when he already down.
Exactly.
So
thank you,
that's
bro.
That's why it's even better that he was honest.
Yeah.
So that
I mean, you got some good data.
He learned that. That's the best data. You learned that at the time that he did, because if he would have stayed with her for 10 years, and then 10 years down the line, now it's even.
That's fair.
You're in the most fucked up position if you wait 10 years.
Yeah,
that's fair.
And guess what? If that situation never happened, bro, and next time it's like, okay, shorty start hitting me up like, yo, I need help, man. Can you help me pay the rent and this and that? Nigga, I'm the type of dude that would do some shit like that for somebody that's important.
Yeah, believe it or
so
not,
it saved you time. It saved you time.
Yeah, believe it or not, bro. Believe it or not, I could tell my bro I got a problem. He'll try to be there, the bros or whatever. But you can only hit up the bros so many times.
Facts. That's facts.
More than likely, your girl is gonna be the one that's gonna try to help you out. Most shit that happens to me, I'm yo, baby, can you believe this shit happened to me? Word. Help me out, and we gonna reciprocate that shit. You feel me? Yeah. That's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with that, bro. Life happens. Being weak is having a choice. Being weak is having that time to be a man, and you choose not to be a man, bro. For example, if you see her in a position where another man is trying to take your place, and you allow that to happen, you was being weak. You understand what I'm saying? So like those type of things, you can't allow those type of things to happen. Or it's time for you to display masculine energy because your woman feels disrespected and shit like that, but you want to sit back and chill and let her speak for herself and all that type of shit. And then boom, now she's being more masculine towards you on another day, and you're not understanding why. These are the things.
Say that part again.
A time that is time for you to protect.
Okay.
And she wants to feel protected, but yet you're not doing that.
Okay.
She's displaying more of a protection role than you are.
Fair.
Okay, so a lot of times women want security, they want protection. If you don't display these actions, then they will become more masculine in their relationship. So, because a lot of times they're not just going to leave you. They already have an emotional attachment with you, and starting all over again, especially when they've established something with you, is very detrimental when they think about it. It's very stressful to them. You remember when she's saying about how emotional she was getting with just her thoughts. So the thoughts of starting all over with another person, what's going to happen, all that type of things. That's very, very tolling on a woman. For a man, it's not that tolling. He's like, yo, I could just go to Thailand. Yeah. I could just go to Miami. I could go to some dumb shit and have fun
and figure it out.
Yeah, but for a girl, if a girl's not with her and she doesn't have a little support, like it's a little harder. It's a little harder. So we as men have to continuously keep putting ourselves in a position to be a man, to be looked at as if we're a man. So she can take that jar that she can't open, pass you the jar, even though she knows she can open it, and say, "Baby, can you open this for me, please?"
That's facts.
That's what women need to let.
That's facts. You guys have any sisters?
I do actually.
You have a sister?
Well, I do from my father's side, but never really grew up with her.
Oh, that's what's up. So, we learn a lot from my sisters,
Yeah. Evilness. My sister's bad. My sister's so bad.
Conversation.
Yeah.
I think you got a couple viral moments in this joint if it's chopped up correctly.
Oh yeah.
I think probably got a couple viral.
There's, I think, when next time I don't know how the topic would be, but just when you talked about men attacking women or whatever, like I think that's a really good topic to talk about. We're just
men attacking women.
It wasn't the word attack. I'm sorry. Sorry, but I'll let you know. But it was really good topic.
I find it interesting that nowadays this is one of the biggest things that we talk about is the difference between each other. And I find that what's so interesting about this is that this most of the time happens in the cultural state of mind or with people with culture. I don't see this happening with people who are white. They are not sitting down talking about, hey, this the guys are this and blah, blah, blah. It's only us that's sitting there talking about, we got to do this and we gotta do that semen retention, blah blah blah, all this extra shit.
That was that realm. That's what I said. Like next time, I think that's a really good topic to like unpack. Yeah.
To be fair though, I think it's a loud minority, right? I think it's because when you step outside of social media, right, I see a lot of happy black folks married, not arguing, and not talking about 50-50 relationships. They're just making it work. They're figuring it out, making it. But when you get on social media, it's that loud minority that's not happy. Because the truth is, when you're like my friends who are happily married, their wives ain't really on social media complaining about nothing because they're too busy living life for real. You know what I mean? So they're not in Facebook arguing in the comments. Man. You know what I'm saying?
I've met some multi-millionaires, bro, and they pay for everything. As far as the whole
for the happiness,
I'm talking about being with the woman. It's not no 50-50, bro.
No, we're talking about
100-0.
I don't want to stand on that 50-50 point. What I'm saying is, my whole point was they figure it out.
Yeah.
It's only when you come back to social media where it seems like it's a majority of us having this conversation. It's a loud minority. It's the people who have nothing to do. If you really click the profile of those guys, they're not getting chicks. They're not really hitting, you know. And then if you click the profile of the girls, they still young, they still growing it. So it makes it look like it's more people than what it is, you know. So it's like majority of us when I go to house parties or my friends invite me, majority of folks, they wives. Okay, so I'm gonna give you an example, right? I used to have these boxing parties and folks in Upper Marlboro, right? And the women used to cook for the men. At that time, I didn't know that they were using a food to kind of like coerce the men or whatever. So like we watching fights and they're like, hey, did you taste my potato salad? Hey, did you taste my this? Did you taste my that? Because majority of women are cooking for men. You know what I mean? It's just that loud minority on social media that's always crying that haven't really lived experiences. Check this out. You guys are from New York, right? We in the DMV, right? Majority of these people are from middle of nowhere. They're in Nebraska. There's not even that many black folks in these cities. So they don't even have these experiences. All they know is social media. They don't know Club Knife. They don't have a U Street. They don't have a 14th Street. So they don't have no experiences. We just happen to be we're lucky because we're from highly populated black areas. And we know black people doing good. We know black people doing bad. We know black people all in the middle. The black person they know is from one side of town. They all concentrate on one side of town across the train tracks. And you know what I'm saying? Poverty level. So they don't got girls. Like here, you can actually date women and fail a couple times and then date another beautiful woman and then fail a couple times. Though, they got 2 fine chicks in their city. And if you F it up, it's over. Yeah. So you know they don't really have real experiences. That's what it is.
I think it's all about experience too.
They don't, like from middle of nowhere talking about life. Like what are you talking about, my guy? You from Milwaukee somewhere. For talking about you ain't seen nothing. There's a lot of folks you ain't seen. Like it's funny because I used to think LA was highly populated with black folks. I went to LA with my cousin and I asked them, because all I kept seeing was Spanish folks, Koreans, white folks. Even when I was on a dating app, and when my cousin said, "Hey, where's the black business class?" He's like, "What you mean black business class, right?" He's like, I was like, "Yeah, we're black people who making money." Dude, he's like, "Oh, we don't got that, man," And he took me to like Inglewood, and we went to this club in Inglewood, and it was like black folks who kind of didn't have nothing. You know what I'm saying? But then when he came to DC, I took him to the park. He never seen that many presidentials in his life. And he's like, man, everybody ain't got a presidential. I said, yeah, that's what I meant by black business class. Black men who are doing okay and black women who are with them doing okay too. And no one's trying to rob each other. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these cities don't got that. So when they in the comments talking crazy, they talking from most cities are rural, small areas that don't have Brooklyns and don't have Best-Buys and don't have, they're like nothing. They don't know how to ride a train. Even if they got Uber, there's nowhere to go. They don't got nowhere to go. I went to go visit my folks in Michigan. Nothing to do. Until you get to Grand Rapids, Detroit, there's nothing to do.
It's actually, that's the confusing part though, bro, if you don't mind me.
No, go ahead.
I think people are confused as to what to do, as you were saying. They think they have nothing to do because There's no bars.
Yeah.
But you don't need to go to the bar. You don't need to go to the club. You don't need to do all that. What they need to do, bro, is study.
Yeah.
Study themselves. Study finances, so that they could pass this shit down to their kids. And when they tired of studying, go to sleep. When you wake up, then work out.
Yeah.
That's all. You got all that time.
Yeah.
You got nothing to do. Work out and
Facts.
study. These things will help you become better people. You will not only work on your muscular vascular system, your whole body, but you also work on your brain.
That's true.
In many ways, so that you transcend and become a better person than you were before.
Yeah.
So
that's true.
When I'm bored, bro, and I'm not watching my little Netflix or something like that, I'm very focused on studying something I can learn to be able to teach the people, or studying my body so I can get better at being a human being physically. You know what I mean? So
that's fact.
Don't be confused, man. Don't be going to the club every day, going to the bar all the damn time, going to these places, social events, thinking that that's where you will find happiness.
Yeah.
Whereas all you need to find happiness is in oneself.
Yeah.
It is so imperative that you learn this.
And if you outgrow your city, you
can never outgrow yourself.
Yeah,
even
exactly.
if you outgrow your city.
If you outgrow your city, you can outgrow
And
yourself.
I think the key is also, working on making enough money to at least travel once in a while.
You know what though? But we from a third world country though, so that's no excuse though. Because we've seen people who made no money save up 5 years to get a plane ticket to come out to come to America. So can't nobody tell me they don't have enough money to travel. If you're telling me someone who equivalent makes $3 a day can save in a village to take their kids and get them an education abroad, I don't want to hear no. You don't got no excuse.
I think that's the key too, man. People have to travel.
Man, homie, listen, when I was young, I was jumping on Greyhound Peter Pan buses, $49 to go. You can't do that. Of course, you're gonna be on that Greyhound for like 12. You're gonna be on Greyhound for like 27 hours, or whatever. You're gonna have to hop a couple of them. But man, I'm telling you, you can't do that at your early age. You stuck in your town? No, you're not. You're lazy.
You're no stuck. There's no such thing as stuck. If you stuck, you got your. That's a mind state. That's a construct.
You got $47, man.
Yourself to think among yourself. You've placed yourself in that position of being stuck, and you've accepted that. That's why you're stuck.
You know, the first time I went to New York, I just took the China buses. You know, before the mega buses, it was just China buses. They take you to China. These white buses that has Chinese letters on it, right? And it used to smell because they never cleaned the bathroom. It was $20, right? Be curious. I said, sure, I ain't never been to New York. I just jumped on. Well, I haven't went as an adult. I just jumped on. I paid $20 and got downtown and figured it out. Then I went to Philly, did the same thing. Like, these kids are just staying in the house, and you got to be curious enough to say what's out there.
Yeah.
And what's $20? You spent that on 2 hot dogs.
Yeah.
You could have jumped on a China bus.
But that just goes back to spending time with yourself. Figuring out the things that you're lacking in. You know what I mean?
That's the only way for you to figure that out. Is by spending time with yourself.
Spend time with yourself.
That's facts. Be curious, man. Be curious about who you are and experiences, man.
Yeah, man. I think that's gonna be it for today, guys.
That was a good one, man. How many hours is that?
This is 2 hours and 27 minutes.
Yo, guys, thank you guys for liking. Thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you guys for supporting our pages. Make sure you guys support our friends' pages as well. Opa, what's your page?
It's at I am your while you are fascination spelled correctly. That's my Instagram and my YouTube.
Yo, that's perfect. That's simple too, man.
What's your page, buddy?
Beats and Barbells IG only. YouTube in the future. I got y'all.
Yo, guys, it's imperative that you learn oneself, learn new skills, learn to love, and learn to spread that loving energy.
And stay curious.
Stay
curious.
I just heard somebody said they want to learn financial literacy, so I'm gonna put that in the topic.
Please put some topics in the chat and smash the like button and all that good stuff.
Comment down below, guys. Any type of, if we didn't touch on the topic that you guys would like us to talk about, please comment down below after the video. Let us know any type of things, or comments that you feel as if, even if you didn't like the video, comment why you didn't like the video so that we could possibly, talk about that as well. But comment if you did like the video. Comment, period. You know what I mean? Because we love the interaction that you guys give with us, and this is what drives us and helps us either way with motivation and inspiration to create more videos for you guys. So thank you guys.
Yeah, man. You guys already know, man. We're gonna have the Do Something podcast YouTube channel in a few days or a couple days week. So prepare for that, guys. Subscribe. Smash the subscribe button. Smash the like button. Smash the share button. Smash everything.
Especially his girl.
Except for my girl.
Especially
Stop playing, bro.
Especially
Smash the...
Wait, listen, man. If you did smash my girl, though, just let me know so I could do better. You know what I'm saying? It's a new year. I'm saying you gotta do better.
New Year's is starting in March, man.
Yeah.
New Year's, guys, is starting in March.
Starting in March. Yeah.
So we're gonna celebrate.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody. Happy Black History Month. You know what I mean? Word.
Yeah, man.
Peace.
Say it. What is your profession?
Smashing.